he's on the microphone, when he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Oh, you did? Well, you know the Burpiders.
Yeah, it didn't work last night.
Well, Christopher Lott is banging his head against the wall.
What did you say something last night?
Last night?
Oh, it's your fault.
Oh,
Christopher Lott. Hold on. I got it.
Because I'm pretty sure at 6 o'clock it would have been fixed for this morning.
Yeah, Chris, idiot.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're not up now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they should be.
And I did what Dave did. They're working.
Yeah, they're working. I assume there's I'm sure there is. I just want to verify. I assume there's an ongoing conversation with our engineering staff about the issues going on this week, right?
Correct.
Okay. I figured.
I don't know if you recognize, but he was in here last time the board just shut down with Katie on.
Oh, I didn't recognize that. No. Okay. All right. And what is
But they continued in the afternoon. Is that known?
Oh, yeah. Is it?
Yes.
And what is the answer so far?
Yeah.
No idea. All right. Well, I mean, it's a lot of stuff. So good morning. Welcome in as we start the show out with.
Wait, but you can hear me, right? Or you have plugged in?
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm over.
Learn to hear.
I don't know. Yeah. That's my favorite comeback so far today.
I thought you're amazing lip reader.
You're a rip leader.
Rip leader.
I don't know where Alan's going to plug in. Over there, maybe? What do you say?
What?
See, you couldn't hear that. Now it's a thing. Chris is laughing. Chris has the giggles. Okay. That was not on the air. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. We'll get to that in a second. Good morning, Jason. How are you?
I'm confused by that.
It's a great start. Oh, you did not hear?
No.
Oh, well, hold on.
Bad way to find out.
Yeah, let some actually, let me switch off of that to some bad news. Okay. That is completely unrelated. But we might as well start it out. It's in our leading off, but I don't think we'll have time. Absolute icon, Gene Hackman, passed away. You had not heard that.
I had not.
Yes. And
I just mentioned him yesterday. And like, what time was it?
Well, here's the thing. And there's obviously going to be a lot of conversation, but it's a very, I don't even know what the right word is. Interesting, straight. Gene Hackman, this is according to several stories on, various news outlets. Gene was found, he was found dead in his home with his wife and dog, all passed. They said foul play is not suspected. I know, right? Look, this is like the worst thing to speculate about, but the only thing, if Okay, number one, God, so weird. Number one, all three aren't going to simultaneously die at the same time. Like the odds of that are like 1 bisquillion to whatever. Number two, if they don't suspect foul play, I think I share everybody's sentiment, unless somebody point out to me that I'm wrong here, that it sounds like a coordinated effort. In other words, like we're all ready, and here we go. And I don't know what, how, method. I don't know, whatever. It's a touchy, sensitive, horrible thing. But Gene was 95.
Yeah.
And from a sports standpoint, Hoosiers is just one of the most iconic sports movies of all time.
Chris hates it.
Do you hate Hoosiers?
It's an awful basketball movie.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. I don't think it's an awful basketball movie.
See, you guys saw it when it came out, correct?
Yes.
I saw it way later.
I think it's...
My coach got mad at me because I fell asleep during it.
We refer to it as a basketball movie. But I think basketball is the umbrella. It really is. It's so much deeper than basketball. It's about failure and picking yourself back up. It's about family and how you love them despite their horrible, the Dennis Hopper character.
Hey, you know what other movie does that? The Sixth Man with Marlon Wayans and his ghost brother helping them win March Madness.
Well, honestly, that's a debate that has gone on for a long time. The Sixth Man, Hoosiers.
Yeah.
Which is better?
Time.
Have you guys seen The Sixth Man?
No.
Oh, so you guys can't really...
My coach got mad at me because
I fell asleep.
Okay, so you guys are both 36 when that happened?
Yes.
My coach was really tough on me.
Really tough. We still have coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life.
Fine. Life coach. So anyways.
Okay.
That happened, and rest in peace, Gene and his family. He was God, I was trying to think this morning when I read, I was like, is there a Gene Hackman movie where I was like, Gene wasn't that great? Like, he was just a stud in every movie. You ever seen Mississippi Burning?
I have not.
Holy crap. You guys want to see acting? Watch Mississippi Burning. Yeah. He is a force in that movie, and it's a tough subject matter, but he is an absolute force. Crimson Tide, where he's standing toe to toe with Denzel. That's a fantastic one.
Absolute Power. See that one?
I did not see Absolute Power.
Yeah.
When I hear the term Absolute Power, I'm sorry. There is no time in my life I'm not going to hear the term Absolute Power and not think Absolute Power, which is what Elliot's older brother Michael said to him when he made the promise in E.T.
Yeah.
I know you like Harry Potter.
That's E.T. It's not Harry Potter.
Affirm?
Yes, Avery. I always remember because that's my daughter's name, and he's a guy named Avery in that movie. He was really, really good. That was Gene Hackman. See, and that was Gene's. That was so much the core of it. I'm not going to say he was typecast because he played everything, but more often than not, Gene Hackman either played a really good guy that had some bad conflicting things going on that weren't good guy, or a bad guy who had some conflicting things and needed retribution and redemption, I should say. Like in The Firm. In The Firm, he was a bad guy, but he kind of redeemed himself in the end and did the right thing. In Crimson Tide, he was a great guy who thought he was doing the right thing, who ended up doing the bad thing, but not out of evil, just, he was very much a conflicted Hoosiers. It's hard to find a Gene Hackman role where there isn't some sort of either dark side to his light or a tiny bit of light to his dark.
Royal Tenenbaums.
So let me tell you about Royal Tenenbaums.
I don't like it.
Yeah, Royal Tenenbaums can shampoo every part of my nether regions. I hate that movie so hard. I hate that movie. I hate it. It's everything I hate about movies.
I thought Gene Hackman was pretty good in it.
I'm sure he was fine in it because I saw it once and was just like, God, please. It's like the worst type of British humor, even though it's not a British movie
and it's not a comedy.
It's like every part of it. Like there's this whole circle of art where like the Royal Tenenbaums and Waiting for Guffman and Radiohead and the Smiths, they all just gather all on the front porch of the Coen brothers' house, and they sniff each other's butt cheeks and tell each other how great they are. And it's like, bro, I don't need that. I'm sorry.
I've not been there.
You haven't? Don't
porch.
Go there, dude. You go there, and everything's like vegan cheese, and they're telling each other how great they are, and
they're sniffing,
and everyone's trying to outrighteous the other person, and no, they tell a joke, but it's not funny. It's only supposed to be funny 3 days later after you've thought about it and really come to terms with the joke itself.
I need it thrown right in my
face.
Just give it to me right in my face.
I need the pie on the guy's face. Yeah,
that's funny.
How am I supposed to know it's a comedy?
Start with the Three Stooges and work your way out.
Wait, do you actually like the Three Stooges?
I loved the Three Stooges when I was. Hold on, I loved the Three Stooges when I was a kid. I did.
Now that makes sense.
I loved the Three Stooges when I was a kid. I actually watched Three Stooges not that long ago. I was like, okay, they're just beating the hell out of each other. And Mo gets beat up like once every 7 episodes. It's always
tough.
And there's different Three Stooges too. Like, Curly, Larry, and Mo is the Three Stooges.
And then what is like
Shemp?
Yeah, where's he come from?
I think he was Curly's brother in real life. Here's Shemp. Shemp was fun. Shemp was like the GoBots of Three Stooges. Like he was the Hydrox, the Timu. He's fine. I don't know. It just get out of here with that crap. Anyways, how was your day? We've covered a lot of ground in the open.
Yes.
We'll take a break. When we come back, leading off, we do have a big show for you. Kelly Brothers will join us at 7:28. He's good at something.
Good at business.
Yeah, that's right. Sam Amick will join us from The Athletic.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
Heck yeah, he is. The award-winning Kings Rewind is at 9. And ladies and gentlemen, at some point very, very early in the program, we are going to do that in which we don't ever like doing. We're going to compliment the listeners. We're going to say something nice.
I'm gonna sit out.
Yeah, you might want to sit. This one's going to get, it's going to
go to the porch.
It's going to be like, go watch Waiting for Guffman.
Porch sit.
Go watch Raising Arizona and what's the one with the Javier Bardem where he has the air gun? Everyone, No Country for Old Men. Yeah, go watch.
You don't like?
Not a comedy.
Not a comedy. It's just no.
It's not a comedy.
No, it's not. I hate that movie. I also hate that movie. I've gone over that way too many.
There's no pies in the face.
There's just no, and there's also, it's just like, I don't know what happened. Oh, the main character died off screen an hour in. Oh, okay.
That's what happens in the book.
I don't care. Then the book was screw you, Cormac McCarthy. I don't need that. You know what I want? Beverly Cleary.
Yeah.
Up with Beverly Cleary. Give me more Ramona the Pest.
Yes.
Down with Cormac McCarthy and the hills were alive with the sound of I don't know because I don't know. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with leading off next.
This Saturday, Kings and Rockets. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
One ticket, 2 huge shows. The Sacramento Boat Show plus the Big RV Show. Multiple dealers discounting all the best brands. Hundreds of wakeboard boats, fishing boats, and pontoon boats. Acres and acres of travel trailers, fifth wheel, toy haulers, and motorhome. Plus ATVs too. 2 shows, 1 massive event. The Sacramento Boat Show, plus the Big RV Show, March 6th through 9th at Sacramento's Cal Expo. Find discounts at 2hugeshows.com.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. It's warming up here in Tahoe. Today we've got a high near 53 degrees with calm winds and sunny skies. Partially cloudy skies tonight and more sunshine tomorrow with a high near 51. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
So Sacramento taking care of business tonight. The final seconds tick away. No attempt to even dance it to the front court by Utah. And for the second consecutive season, the Sacramento Kings have managed a series sweep against Utah. Tonight's final, 118 to 101.
Not Utah, not Artaw.
No.
Utah. That's exactly right. From the text line, 916-339-1140. This absolutely nails my point. And its text has to be read in a voice. No Country for Old Men is a classic. I don't expect a guy that's a fan of the Three Stooges to understand.
I mean, I can't.
You just don't understand the Coen Brothers.
Can't argue with any of those points.
It's above your head. It's above your head. Just stick to stick to Step Brothers. Right.
Good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually very smart. I like Aaron Sorkin.
Do you like Aaron Sorkin? I do, but I also recognize what a douchebag he is. But it's fun. It's fun. I like
how we have our opposites.
I like watching big moments happen in a show with Fix You by Coldplay playing in the background, or serious moments where main characters have heart attacks and bounce their faces off of desks. See, Chris likes it too. It's a comedy.
Yes, it is.
All right. The Kings win. Kings win. Blah, 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 blah. Kings win. Jason, they did exactly what they needed to do, and good for them.
Yeah. That was the goal, right?
That
to
way,
win.
Yes.
Get a victory.
That's right. And they got the victory, and it wasn't perfect.
No.
But you know what's perfect? The W that goes up.
Yeah. The team went up. They got a victory. They gained on teams. They swept Utah. And they managed to be maybe the worst team in the history of the game at lob passes.
Oh my God! It's almost. I kind of want them to keep doing it because it's kind of like
everybody.
They're gonna take up all of the Shaq and the Fools. Like that Keon Ellis lob, he threw. It's like me throwing it up right now, walking down the street by myself.
Yeah, I think one was way too early, one was way too late, and then one just went out of bounds.
Just gone.
How does it maybe one every 5 games? They had 3 in a game.
Remember in the movie Major League when the ball was hit to center field and they all called it and then it dropped right between them and they all fell to the ground? That's what it felt like last night. By the way, that's a good movie. That movie better than No Country for Old Men.
That is a comedy.
Absolutely. And you don't have to think. Yeah. Like, oh, what did Roger Dorn mean by peeing on the contract? Yeah. You know what he means.
Funny.
12, 9, and 5 for DeMontis Sabonis. Keegan Murray led the way. 26 points for him. How about by the way, how about Jonas Valanciunas?
That's a man.
That is a man.
I'm a man's man.
The brawny paper towel guy, 15.7 boards, a couple of assists. Keon Ellis at 11 off the bench. His ankle's fine. Thank goodness. That's between the two of them, 26 points off the bench. I'll take that. I don't care if it comes from 2 or 12 people.
Yeah, it worked. Everything worked. Utah's not great. They took advantage of that. There were stretches where I was thinking, man, if they're playing a better team, might be in trouble, but they weren't playing a better team, so they'll have to play better. But again, keep racking up W's.
Keep racking up W's. They were, I said I wanted a double-digit lead or somewhere around there at the end of one. It was 22-all, and then the Kings outscored them in every possible way. That being said, so here's my we'll talk about this throughout the day, but here's my theme. Kings did what you say you got to beat the bad teams.
Yeah.
You can't downplay a win when you upplay a loss to a bad team, which we've done many times over the last couple of years. So full credit to them for winning. You can only play the schedule in front of you. That being said, they won the games they needed to.
Yeah.
In my opinion, between now and the end of March, we start the gauntlet. If they play their next 17 games the way they played last night, they're going to win 5 or 6 of those games. That's what I think.
Okay.
I think that these were good to get, almost like you have to treat these as like preseason games out of training camp, which was the All-Star game with the new players and everything. These are your preseason games. And now the actual season starts and you have to step your game up.
Yeah, I mean, yes, they do. Bottom line, I think they're set up really well still. Not to go anywhere.
Right.
I think the 10 is in good position because of Phoenix's schedule as well and the way they're playing. So I think I don't know. I'd like the Kings to play better. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
But it might just be their form anyway. But being there might just be the 10th, and that could still be a one night and you're out. So
I mean, yeah,
that's not what anybody's goal is.
Right.
But I would like to see them play a lot better.
I will say this: 10th better than 11th.
It is.
Hot take.
It is.
Not much though.
But like if they're 38 and 44 and they're 10th, it's like, and then they go out. You're like, that's not what anybody's goal was.
Well, let me ask you this without knowing the outcome of the series. But if I told you you have a choice between finishing 10th and you're going, and then whatever happens, or you finish, what would it be, 12th, I think, but you keep the first round pick? Would you want the pick or would you want the playoff series or the play-in series?
I'd still rather have the play-in series.
I think most people would.
Yeah.
I don't know that I disagree.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, the other one feels like, well, at least this is still happening. But
Would it make a difference in your response if I said they would lose, they would not advance to a playoff series? Like if you knew in advance they were going to lose that first game in the play-in.
Can you tell me they're winning the lottery?
You know what?
You can't.
Basketball Jesus will only tell you
so much info.
Yeah, can't give you everything.
You're not that close.
Here's how close I am with Basketball Jesus.
Yeah,
we have a secret handshake, but it's only 3 steps.
Oh yeah, there's always 7.
We don't have the 10th step where we like the end.
So
we like
the other 7.
Slap sandals. Yeah, you go finish that at the end, then tussle the hair.
Yep.
Yes.
And you try that, and you're like, no, too early.
No,
there's a couple of things in between.
We do not have that relationship yet. You don't deserve it. That's what he says.
A few more years.
You know what I say? I say, I got you.
I'm all confused now.
I'm really confused
because I don't even know him.
You don't? You know what? Watch some commercials. Get to know him.
Him or
him? Great point. Great point right there. Great point right there. Tiny baby infant Basketball Jesus. Your little baby manger.
Yes.
It's a good movie. See, Talladega Nights. Better than No Country for Old Men.
You know what? That's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, there's stuff in there that I laugh at.
Imagine having to figure out the Will Ferrell joke.
Yeah. He's a race car driver.
Right. It's great. Shake and bake. That's hilarious.
That just happened.
Right. The Coen Brothers movie be like, bacon shake.
Yeah.
Why do they say that? Because the duality of man, and it's backwards and inside out, and the whole, it's not shake and bake because that's too obvious. No, it's bacon shaking. It comes from the soul. Yeah, shut up. All right, number 2, 6. I guess 3.
Cut number 2.
Hey, Coach, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, shoot.
Why me?
I look at you and I see 2 men. The man you are, the man you ought to be. Someday those 2 will meet. Should make for a hell of a football player.
That's right. Crimson Tide. What a movie.
Better than Hoosiers.
Well, no. I mean, it's a different movie. I'm not going to slander Crimson Tide.
What about The Replacement?
I was just about to say that.
Not as good as Hoosiers or Crimson Tide. Really?
It's a comedy.
Yeah. Replacements is way funnier than Hoosiers.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that.
Part, though, where Dennis Hopper's drunk. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, let's see.
When Ollie dribbles the ball off his foot.
Gene Hackman passes, 95 years old.
Man.
Hoosiers. You know what I haven't seen? Shame on me. I've not seen French Connection. Have you?
No, but I thought you were talking that up.
No, I was talking up Mississippi.
You were.
Yeah, no, I've never seen French. And a lot of people say that's his best movie. Like, that's the one. He actually.
I don't speak French.
He used to be, I read this morning. So again, the best part about people dying, the best part about people when they pass, though, I always say, is the celebration of their life. And I always tend to learn something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he used to be roommates with Dustin Hoffman.
Okay.
And he got his role, I think, in The French Connection, which was his big breakthrough. He didn't get that till he was 35.
Mm.
Now, he started late, and he had been turned down for the role of Mr. Robinson in, the movie Mrs. Robinson. So, hey, Hoosiers, Crimson Tide. I'm just reading the rankings here.
And by the movie Mrs. Robinson, you mean The Graduate.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Royal Tenenbaums. That isn't even Coen Brothers. That's Wes Anderson, who I put in the same category. Was Wes Anderson the one?
I mean, they're completely different directors.
Yeah, they are. Did you notice you even closed your eyes when you said that? You didn't even notice.
Impression.
I was doing that on purpose.
Okay, all right. I just want to make
Wes
sure.
Anderson or Wes Craven?
Right, Wes Craven.
Now,
30
Wes
times.
Craven as a director.
Absolutely. Okay, we're on the same page there. Oh,
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton's great. Lex Luthor. Wait, what? What?
The weirdo with the weirdo movies you like?
But he's a weirdo with weirdo movies that make sense. Like, how can you not like? I don't like everything, by the way, he does. But how can you not like Nightmare Before Christmas? Frankenweenie freaked my kids out. We had to leave the drive. We were at a drive-in watching that. They were only like 6 and 5.
The cartoon ones.
We thought it was going to be a fun movie.
Yeah, it starts with a dog dying.
I know, and we were like, oh, but it's a
Spoiler.
fun dog dying, and then it just didn't get better. I thought he was Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
In Superman,
the first one.
I actually have a story I'll tell about that a little bit later. About
you were in it?
I was not, but Gene Hackman was, and he wanted to play Lex Luthor with a mustache. And the director knew that couldn't happen, so he tricked Gene Hackman, a former Marine. And boy, did that take a honies. Bonnie and Clyde, Night Moves. Night Moves. Unforgiven. That's right. Forgot he was in Unforgiven. How could I forget? I forgot that movie anyways. That's a great movie, though.
What's the one with Will Smith? Enemy of the
Some
State.
of All Fears? Oh.
Enemy of the State was pretty good.
Enemy of the State. That's right. That was pretty good. He'll be what a heck of an actor. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings beat Utah. We got audio for you, standings update as well, and we're going to get a word from Gonzalez Law if that's okay with you.
It is.
All right, we'll do all that right after this.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Match De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about my guy, Jonathan Gonzalez. He's a lawyer here in downtown Sacramento. Office right in downtown. Met him down there a couple times. He's in our community. He is one of us, and he has been here representing a lot of people in our general area and making life-changing results for thousands of clients. Now, why might you need some help? Maybe you have questions. You don't even know if you need some help or some representation. Why don't you give him a call at 916-304-9187. A lot of us have a past that's followed us that we can't shake, a mistake we made when we were young. You'd like to get some of those things cleared off your record? It can happen. He does expungements, actually specializes in that. Get some of your rights back, criminal defense, sexual harassment, wrongful termination, lots of different areas he has expertise in and is willing and able to help. So again, check him out, saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
T-Mobile 5G home internet keeps getting better. Get our fastest connection loaded with benefits. Get T-Mobile's best home internet starting at $55 a month with auto pay and any voice line. Plus, Price Lock. We won't raise your rate on internet. Check availability at T-Mobile.com/home internet. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Guarantees regular monthly rate plan price of fixed wireless 5G internet data with qualifying service. After $15 bill credit with postpaid voice line plus $5 a month without auto pay with debit or bank account. Regulatory fees included for qualifying accounts. $35 connection charge applies. Speeds vary due to factors affecting cellular networks.
On Wednesday, March 5th, Sacramento is where the best wrestle as All Elite Wrestling presents Dynamite and Collision. 2 of professional wrestling's biggest shows all in one night. Be there live as AEW returns to Sacramento for the first time in 2 years for the final 2 shows before AEW Revolution.
Let's get down to business.
AEW Dynamite and Collision from Sacramento Memorial Auditorium. Wednesday, March 5th. Tickets on sale now starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
Way to go. You've stuck to your resolution to become a fitter you, and now those exercises that pushed you to your limits the first time around are already feeling easier. So what's next? At InShape, taking your workout to the next level can be as easy as trying something new. Take our small group training classes like boxing, rowing, and more, or set new goals with an InShape personal trainer. Then recover with a massage or the sauna, also known as the best part of the workout. We are InShape. You are ready. Join online today at InShape.com.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Something amazing is happening in education. Students are inspired and engaged. That's because school districts consulted with CDW, who designed modern classroom solutions with pre-configured HP devices, making learning more accessible, secure, and immersive. Now, when students study topics like elephants, it feels like elephants are there with them. HP and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/HPPSG.
Jackson Hewitt wants you to save money on tax prep. We're saving money by having our intern rap in this commercial.
Don't stress, Jackson Hewitt's got expert tax prep, 149 or less. Yo, some tax guys lie about price. They got hidden fees, that ain't nice. Ain't nice. Don't ignore MC Kevin's rhyme, cause this deal's for a limited time. 149.
For tax prep that's $149 or less, hurry into Jackson Hewitt today.
No cap.
Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
The Carmichael Dave Show. Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Okay, wait, is this working? I can't.
Hello? No.
Hello? No.
You can't hear you guys? We're out.
Can't hear you either.
We'll wait for it.
How you know it? Hey, YouTube, are we on the air? Like, because we are. Chris says we're on the air.
We are?
Yes, according to him, we're on the air. Yeah, they're saying we're good.
Sorry,
but we can't hear in our
anything.
headphones. That's cool.
I can hear you here.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's neat. It's really weird because it shouldn't matter. We don't talk in regular life with headphones.
Yeah.
But when you're on the radio and you can't hear yourself in your monitors, it's weird.
It is.
Also, this is one of those times I'm just going to be a little bit of a vulnerable human. And I know that like the right thing to do is to not talk about it. But that Gene Hackman story really has me messed up.
I understand. It had me. I didn't even know it.
It really has. Like obviously I care about.
Can I ask how old his wife was?
I don't know.
It really should.
I know his longtime wife, I think, passed in 2017, I read, and he remarried, but I don't know how old his current wife was. I can look.
I mean, I'm really intrigued by that. I feel like there's
that's what I'm saying. So like it seems like if you're just tuning in, iconic actor Gene Hackman passed at 95 with his wife and his dog. They found his wife, Gene, and his dog all passed away. If you're talking to me, Chris is talking to somebody else. Okay. And I can't stop thinking about the dog.
Yeah.
That's what's got me.
Right.
Like, it's so sad. Most people are saying it's probably a carbon monoxide thing, right?
Okay.
But then I'm just saying what. Okay. So like, okay, was it like a purpose thing? Like, hey, I'm 95, we're done. Like, whatever, you know.
But I mean, she's not like 30.
I don't think so. I don't even know. Let me look at it doesn't say. It just says they married in 19. His wife passed in 86.
Oh.
They married in 91.
Okay. I mean, so they've been married 30 something years.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't, but like, here's my thing. Like, I know I don't want to, she was 63.
Okay.
So she was younger, but I'm like, did the dog walk into the room and like lay down next to them and was like sad. And then that happened. Was the dog part of, like, do dogs react as, oh God, that is going to mess with me all freaking day. So, I mean, look, when somebody dies at 95, of course it's sad.
Yeah.
But like they're 95. It's not like when Kobe died or something where it's just, it's insanely tragic. It's not tragic that he passed. It's sad that he passed, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I can't stop thinking of the dog. I know that sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sure we'll find out more. And not that it's our business. I hope, I don't know. I was gonna say I hope it was all a good outcome, but obviously not. Anyways, somebody's asking if we're gonna give updates on the A's spring training.
They're playing?
They're playing.
Yeah.
Baseball in Arizona. Update.
Honestly, that's a weird ask.
Right?
Spring training just in general, preseason in general, NFL preseason, NBA preseason. We obviously carry the games, but it's also like, what did the Kings do in the preseason? You remember the record?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't either.
Is it public yet that we're not carrying the A's games?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I
think so too. So it's like it's not our main competitor. I honestly don't even know the station. That's no offense to them. I don't even know who they are. Yeah. But so we're not carrying them. But
we'll cover them.
Yeah, we'll totally cover them. And I don't know. So I was just pulling the curtain back. If the A's are being carried by another station, they have priority. But I also don't think they have any live shows. I don't think. So it's going to be up to the A's/Kings. We're obviously going to request stuff. So like, we'd love to have Ken Korak on, Mark Kotze. We'll do all we can to cover them. They may not be the Sacramento A's, but they're the A's that happen to be playing in Sacramento. Yeah. So we'll cover that. We'll cover it. I can tell you this much: we will cover the A's more this summer than we covered the A's and Giants combined last year when we were actually broadcasting the A's. Because they're here. But also, please keep in mind, our coverage is going to be heavily dictated by how much access they give us.
Yeah. And I think it's a lot like we do with baseball in general. I think the specific days that feel like, man, this special thing happened, or they're on an 8-game win streak, a 5-game losing streak. They made a change. They made a trade. Those kind of bigger topic items.
That's the thing. And like, we're not going to be... Sorry, we're not going to be like Game 63. Right. They lost 3-1 to the Commanders.
Commanders. I would talk about that.
Guardians. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to switch my team names. We're not going to be like, 3-1. Let's break that
inability to move the runner over in the sixth was like the difference.
Maybe like I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Maybe we do like there's like like we do 4-down terror. We'll do some. Will we do 3 up, 3 down, or do we anymore?
What's it called?
Is it 3 up, 3?
And we're gonna get there. No, this is the game.
It's not 3 up.
Okay, so if I was at the plate, and I hit the ball, and what would be the outcome if there was a play at first base? What are the options?
Thank you, Jason. Safer out.
Yeah,
safer out.
And if you were to take all your clothes off and run through the hallway, you would be.
Let's go streaking. I do it. Wait, whatever happened to, I feel like I used to do a segment called 3 Up and 3 Down.
Maybe.
I think so.
3 flies up.
You know what 3 Up and 3 Down is, son? End of an inning. Remember the movie?
No.
What does 3 Up and 3 Down mean to you, son? End of an inning. Okay, I'm going to leave that because I want to see. I want to see if somebody.
Have I seen it? Do you think?
I want to see. Let me see your pen. I want to see if the chat gets it. I want to see I want to commend whoever on the chat gets it first.
Do you think I've seen it, though? Is it a baseball movie, or is that just a different reference?
There is sort of baseball in it at one point.
I'm going to guess I haven't.
What a great misspelling of the last word, but...
Oh, yeah.
You've seen that, okay.
What did you spell?
I was talking to you. Hold on, I'm sure somebody's gotten it. Let me see.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. I do not even remotely remember that line.
Oh, he's getting... okay, well, nobody's got it yet. I'm going to wait, and then I'll come back to it. Chris has probably never seen that movie.
Yeah. So it's funny. I don't know if it's comedy.
What does 3 Up and 3 Down mean to you, son? End of an inning. All right. It's Sergeant Major Dickerson yelling at Robin Williams' character in Good Morning Vietnam, and he's pointing to the stripes or whatever on his arm. MC, I'm sure, will come in and yell at me about that. And he says, what does 3 Up and 3 Down mean to you? And Williams, without missing a beat, says end of an inning. And then he escapes.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful movie. And by the way, when I was talking to you, so everybody knows, I spelled Vietnam, Viet Man.
Oh, okay. I have only I saw that in the theater, and I think
really
that's it.
Wow.
The only time. I don't think I've ever seen that again.
Can I just say, Good Morning Vietnam, strangely rewatchable. You wouldn't think it is because it gets really. It's kind of like what's the other one?
The characters made for him.
Oh, and half of it was ad lib.
Yeah,
he was killed. Imagine trying like Robin Williams was Will Ferrell before Will Ferrell was Will Ferrell. Yeah. You know, he would. Everybody would get cut up by Robin. Everyone would lose it, and he should have won an Oscar for that movie. I always thought that should have been his first Oscar.
Well, there's so many famous stories about Robin Williams. One of my favorites is what's the dinner like it's the White House one, the
correspondence dinner.
Yeah, where they usually have a comedian or someone, and whoever it was years ago was sick or flaked or something, was a last minute scratch, and they had to scramble, and they asked Robin Williams, and like if there's ever anybody, like no prep, no material. Killed it.
Absolutely.
Because he just vamped and went, and you're like, who can do that?
He was the ultimate at that.
Yeah.
Because anytime he was ever on Johnny Carson, you knew it was like, and guys like Jim Carrey fed off of that and became that type of guest. God,
it's tough to interview. You just have to kind of listen.
That's why he was perfect for Carson, because Carson was always at his best, letting the other guests shine. And so basically Carson would just feed him all day long, and then Robin would do his thing. The thing that Robin Williams had that nobody else could even come close was his energy. Yeah. Robin Williams was an endless supply of energy. And I can't hear whether or not the music started. There we go. I want to talk to you about my good friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Hey, had a great lunch yesterday over at Bennett's in Roseville with, there's a plug for them, with our good friends from American Energy, who are constantly looking to take their game to a next level. Before I get to you, the regular deals they have going on right now, I want to remind you they are hiring. And I talked to them about that yesterday. I said, you're hiring. What if somebody doesn't have experience? Because it says in the copy I'm looking at here that you train them, that there's great incentive-based pay. It's a great career change, something for you to do, good money you can make. And you know what he said to me? One of the guys said to me that was so cool. He says, we hire the person, not the resume. We hire the person. So they're just looking for good people that can be trained to do their thing. And this is starting out. This is I said, well, what can you make? He said, you can make up to 6 figures doing this thing right out of the gate. So if you're out there and you're looking for a change or looking for something to do, job wise, I'm telling you, these guys are great people. They run a great company. People love working for them. You can give them a call at 916-520-9990. And oh, by the way, maybe you're fine with your job and you just need, as I am getting this afternoon, coincidentally enough, my yearly American Energy furnace inspection. It's a safety inspection. They'll check out your ducts and all that fun stuff. $49, but if your furnace is 10 years or older, it is free. Yeah, that's right. If you need a repair, $50 off your first repair. If you need a new furnace, hey, guess what? Half off. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Shout out to Zeeves and shout out to Kevin for getting the Good Morning Vietnam reference. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, maybe some oh wait, do we have something here? Why 644? Did I leave that blank? I did leave it blank? What an idiot. We'll get to the audio from last night's game next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
When it comes to great deals on tax prep, Jackson Hewitt isn't holding back, and neither is this commercial. Their offer is so big, it has to be said with Reverb. Expert tax prep for $149 or less. It's a deal so spectacular, it needs a symphony, some explosions, and a clock ticking, because this offer $149 or less ends soon. One expert tax prep for $149 or less. Try Jackson Hewitt today and save. Whew. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
The huge President's Day sale is on at Maida Chevy, Sacramento Silverado headquarters.
Save $10,250 off MSRP after rebates on new half-ton Silverado LT after rebates with over 50 in stock.
And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area.
$10,250 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
I'm George Washington, and I approved this message. Not available with special financing, leasing, some other offers. 5 to the South, Mustang 2011 or newer Chevrolet.
Sacktown Sports is bringing you the biggest live events in town. Whether you're rocking out or dancing the night away, check out the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Crank it up with Steel Panther at Ace of Spades on March 15th. Then catch rising country star Alexandra Kay the next night, March 16th, also at Ace of Spades. On March 22nd, experience the magic of the Ronstadt Review featuring Jacinia at the Crest Theater. Then get ready for an epic night. Papa Roach and Rise Against take over Golden One Center March 29th, while comedy legends Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall bring the laughs to Hard Rock Live Sacramento on that same night. And for country fans, Lee Brice and Walker Hayes hit Ironstone Amphitheater on June 21st, and Parker McCullum takes the stage August 16th at the Ironstone Amphitheater up in Murphys, California. Don't miss out. Find more info and score your chance to win tickets at SacktownSports.com. The Sacktown Sports Live Events Calendar. Your ticket to the best.
With the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, can you hear?
Hi.
Hey. Good job, Chris, and whoever the person was. Making it happen. Hey, look, before we get to the audio, which I guess I should probably check and see if we can even hear the audio. I imagine we should be able to hear the audio that we have from last night's game. Let's see. Game 58 at Utah. How about a Keegan Murray ending a Utah run?
Here's DeRozan now.
Okay, we can hear it. You could? Oh, don't do that. Hey, we don't do this a lot because I think it's because we've been at this a long time and we don't get caught up in it. So really, the only time we would do anything like this is when we want to involve all of you listening. But want to say that we got a note, the three of us, from our fearless leader yesterday. And he let us know that the latest numbers are in for the show. And they are really good. They're really, really, really good. In fact, what do you say? It's the best we've had here in a very, very long, many years. I won't bore you with the numbers and specifics, but we're all getting bonuses. That's what right? No, we're all getting paid. No, I don't know. Look, we have really awesome numbers, and there's two ways you can do this. You can go out and brag and be like, we're the best. Look, I will only speak for myself, not for Jason. Jason is the class and heart and soul of the program. I'm an idiot. I don't know why you listen. I don't know why anyone listens. Just like I don't know why anybody follows me on Twitter. I have no idea, except there's something wrong with them. But thank you all, because I got a kid going to college next year. All right, you got bills you got to pay. You got that brand new garage door. You got so much going on. Chris has to go watch a bunch of A24 movies.
Yeah,
whatever
this doesn't affect me.
Whatever he does. Okay. So, look, the numbers don't happen if you don't tune in. And this isn't just one of them jivey, like, oh, our numbers are good. Like, they're ridiculously good. Like, I looked at it and was like, that can't be right. That's too good. So I don't know what we're doing, but it's obviously us and how great we are.
We're the best.
So I guess what we're trying to say is you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Apparently, everyone likes the rewind.
Yeah, I think it might be the strength. It's either the rewind or 3 for Madness. I don't know. And we're not here to take or give credit to anything.
Right.
It's just, honestly, it's just talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's got to be it. So whether you listen on YouTube, listen on the app, whether you listen live or you listen later, however you listen, and you give us a couple minutes of your time, or you give us like many all day long, we don't take it for granted. We go back and forth, especially me. I have fun with everybody on the chat. And we go back and forth. But honestly, we're not here if you don't listen. And
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very
Speaking of all day long,
I
heard from a little birdie that Coach Doug Christie is going to be on the afternoon with the Drive guys at 2:30.
Wait, hold on a second. Do we get points for promoting this?
You get personal points from me.
Hey, Doug Christie's going to be joining the afternoon show.
You get personal points from Chris. What are you going to do with those?
I'm going to spend them in the Chris store. I can get all.
You get for each 5 points that you get from me, you get to tell me, nope, stop.
It's kind of worth it.
You know, like when you go to Chuck E. Cheese or Dave & Buster's and they have like the prizes that you can take it to. I wonder what the Chris Verlade version of that would be. Like, here's a Morrissey figurine. Here's it's going to be some sort of really good food. That, but you got to have a lot of tickets for that.
That's like the grand prize.
Right. Here's a clip of MacGruber signed by Chris.
Yeah.
On the actual film.
I'd take that.
So anyways, look, thank you guys. Seriously.
Yes.
Really, really, really appreciate it. And I was told the last time the mornings had these numbers was when Don was here. That's the last time the mornings had these numbers. Now, I was also on that show too. I'm not saying it's me. I'm not saying it's not though.
Yeah.
Also, are Dirt and Sprague doing this good?
No chance.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
Don't think so. Kelly Brothers will join us momentarily.
Good business.
Let's get into some of these highlights here. Keegan Murray got the alley-oop disease a little bit.
Here's a quick push by Cody Williams, gets to the rim, but he can't finish. Levine has the rebound, leads it ahead to Keon Ellis, sets up the alley-oop. Keegan Murray almost smoked it, but he was able to finesse it in, and the lead is back to 6 at 40-34.
Back and forth a little bit. How about DeMar DeRozan getting defensive, getting his hands in the passing lanes?
Hands it off to Sensabaugh, eludes DeRozan, and then DeRozan steals the pass that was intended for Keontae George. Great anticipation by DeRozan. To Keon Ellis, right wing for 3. He's got the triple. And boy, did the Kings need that. 67-59. So Sacramento now on a 7-0 run after they had seen their lead cut to just 1.
I like where the chat's going here. You know what? You guys are right. What do they get out of all of this other than 4 hours of talent? You know what? I'm going to make this commitment. After the show today, nope, can't be today. I have American Energy coming to the house. After the show tomorrow, I'm even going to put it in my location. You know what, Jason? No, well, they are. Yeah. I'm going to put this in my calendar right now, right in front of you. So Friday at 10 a.m., I am going to leave myself a note, talk to promotions regarding listener buffet. That sounds weird. Like there's a buffet of listeners. There, look, see,
Zeebs is tasty.
Is that what I get? Do I get points to tell you to? Yeah. Look, Talk to promote. See, I even put it in there in my calendar.
In red.
Right? In red. Well, because I got my mom's kidney dialysis and some other stuff going on. Sorry, Mom. I'm going to go talk. I'm going to step up that. I'm going to step that up. They deserve that. They deserve the opportunity to sit and eat biscuits and gravy and other things while watching the live show downstairs in our listener lounge. You're up for that, right?
Of course.
Absolutely.
The thing is going to get other people to wake up for that.
Well, who all do we need much of a crew? I mean, we need catering. That's true.
I thought you were making the biscuits and gravy.
I'm happy to make. I truly am happy to do it.
How many listeners are we bringing in?
That's I want to say. What can we fit? What can we fit? Like 30, something like that. I don't know, 20, 30, whatever.
Downstairs, yeah, something. Yeah, like that.
Okay. And then like I'm no joke. I'm 100% happy to do it. I don't know how that's feasible though. Like I don't know how I can make everything and have it. I don't have the ability to make it here. And then I don't know how I keep it warm. I have a hot plate, which isn't going to do good for biscuits.
Them one at a time. You wait your turn, listeners.
By the way, if I'll go a step further. If you're out there and you do any sort of breakfast catering, I'm looking for biscuits, gravy, sausage, bacon, eggs, hash browns.
Yeah,
coffee, juice, water.
Lots of carbs.
Lots. Oh, you got to carb up.
Waffles.
If you're
breakfast burritos. Choices,
fruit. Maybe if they do even better on the ratings next time. I feel like we're giving them the McGee's, the old Bobby
Start
McGee.
them
Start them slowly, because if you start high, there's nowhere to go but down.
Yeah.
If you're out there and you do catering, hit us up on the text line at 916-339-1140. Chris says we have to break, and you know why we have to break? All the commercials, because we're so good. So we'll take a break. We'll come back 7 a.m. Hey. NFL rule changes. It's that time of year, and I am honest to God. I'm not trying to do a tease for the next segment. I'm super excited about this. This is something we've been talking about for a long time. They better do it, Troy Vincent. We'll get to that next.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for three, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Well, while we're giving out thank yous to our great listeners, how about thank you to the great people at Overhead Door Company of Sacramento? Yes, I do want to give out a personal thank you. I've been talking about them. I've meant everything I've said, and now the proof is in the pudding for me. We got the brand new doors on our garage this last Friday, and they are absolutely amazing. I mean, again, it's the little things in life for us, longtime homeowners, same house we've had for 20 plus years. And we had two garage doors there, kind of a split, single car garage doors that I'd have to unlock the door because we had to lock it with an actual lock, lift up the door to enter the garage. Yeah, I mean, was it a problem? No, we made it work. But now, my goodness, the convenience, one, of being able to press a button. I can have the app on my phone. There's so many different ways to make it work. But just the way it looks, the versatility, the curb appeal, just brand new product. And from the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, they are absolutely amazing. And you could still check them out, learn more about what they do, whether it's commercial, residential, fixing existing garage doors, whatever the case may be. They do it all, and they do it at such a high level. Check out their showroom or visit their website at ohdsac.com. You can call them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
All the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-822-3910. That's 800-822-3910. 800-822-3910.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, tell me what's happening for the President's Day sales event.
Right now, save thousands and thousands more in the years to come when you save up to $14,000 off MSRP on all remaining new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe plug-in hybrids.
Chad, on all remaining 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe plug-in hybrids?
Yes, all of them. And with 56 MPGE, you'll love hauling the family around in one of America's favorite SUVs. Plus, you can't miss the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with over 220 vehicles available and 40 starting under $20,000.
Don't miss your chance to save. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on all remaining new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe plug-in models after 8,500 factory rebates and 5,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 500 first responder bonus cash for eligible members. At least 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
Don't miss your chance to win tickets to the Sacramento Boat Show and Off-Road Expo March 6th through the 9th at Cal Expo, the largest outdoor recreation show in the market. Just go to SactownSports.com now for your chance to win.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
KHD-KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Thank you for all the well wishes on the text line, especially. By the way, text line beating the chat today. It's rare, but it happens. I got to say, chat needs to step it up.
Step your game up.
Step your game up. Just saying. Text is on fire at 916.
What are they doing?
They're being not only just very complimentary, which is always, look, kissery helps, not going to lie, but also not one, not two, 3 catering offers.
Wow.
3 catering offers. Yeah, absolutely. Including one who says, my husband loves your show as a religious listener. Well, we're not really a religious show, but I think I get what you're saying. It could be. Well, we did talk about basketball Jesus earlier.
Yeah.
So look, there we go. Okay. See, already making it happen. Now we just got to decide. I think sometime around August. Sometime.
Are you saying we need to have a birthday episode?
Well, I might.
You want all the fans to come in for your birthday?
No, God, no. I just got that. No, I might be on my Creed World Tour.
Oh,
remember that?
Yeah.
They're in Palm Springs the day before, and they're in Lake Tahoe the day after. Be there with arms wide open. 100%. All right. Let's get to the NFL rule changes, or at least the proposed rule changes. The first and foremost one that I am really, really, really excited about. First downs. A virtual measuring system, which is what you and I use before the show, to determine first downs in 2025. Now, it won't eliminate the officials who manually spot the ball and use the chains, but the optimal tracking system notifies officiating instantly if a first down was gained after the ball is spotted by hand. So it's like they're inching closer.
Mm-hmm.
Just put a chip in the ball.
What if it affects the flight of the ball?
The chip?
Yeah.
Chip.
Could a punt jar it loose?
No.
Is there some way they could hack the ball?
Yeah.
Well, Tom Brady did, but no, you got...
That's a myth.
It's like a cartoon, the pad, whoop, and then
it just goes
to
little remote control.
Yeah.
You put one of them tiny little microchips in each corner, each end of the ball, and it's...
What if the ball's turned sideways?
Well, if it's turned sideways, it didn't get over the... screw it. Put 4 chips in there, whatever you got to do. And then wherever the 10-yard marker is, that's where the little invisible laser goes. You can actually connect it to the broadcast. So, like, the first down line is yellow, and then as soon as it's crossed, it immediately turns red when it does, and it's a first down. It's just it's not advanced technology. Like, we have this readily available. You can put a damn Find My iPhone chip in there and a GPS. As soon as the ball even trickles to the first down, like bleep, even for a second, boom, red, first down, or green. You make it green, I think, would be first down. You've solved it. You don't need 85-year-old Al Baghetti referee looking with his eyes from a weird angle to see if it's a first down in a multi-billion-dollar business.
In the 4-degree weather.
Yeah, and with like a piece of snow in his face. Like, come on.
Poor Al Baghetti.
Al Baghetti. Love spaghetti. The overtime rules will also be addressed, and according to league exec and former NFL player Troy Vincent. Well, I like this too. Receiving the ball first has become more of an advantage than pre-2011 when overtime was a sudden death period. Receiving teams won 57% of OT games from 2017 to 2024. That's up from 55.4. Oh, that's up 2.5%, Jason, from 01 to 2011. Now, current rules give both teams an opportunity to possess the ball in OT unless a touchdown is scored on the first possession. In the playoffs, both teams get a chance to have a possession, even if the offense scores a touchdown on the opening drive. Again, it shouldn't be too difficult. Make it the same in the regular season as it is in the playoffs. Jason, you and I are playing each other. I kick the ball off. You come down, you score a touchdown. Cool. I get an opportunity. I then go score a touchdown. We go to second overtime.
Mm-hmm.
You score a touchdown. You still haven't won. I have to be stat. The first time someone is stopped from scoring a touchdown or field goal, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the end of overtime. That's it.
How about the college rule?
Okay. You and I are on the same page there.
Mm-hmm.
I love
the
idea of college overtime being instituted. I just feel like the NFL is like, no, we're the NFL.
We can't do what they do.
Even though didn't the 2-point conversion come from college? Wasn't that not an NFL thing, or am I tripping?
It was in college. Yeah, I think it was.
I think it came from, like, they've done it before. Anyway, also the competition committee will review expansion of the replay assist to include more fouls, but they say there's no appetite from the committee to use video replay to throw a flag. So a team could still propose a rule change to do so, but for now, if officials miss an obvious penalty like a face mask, there's no replay allowed there. My first glance on that is that's stupid. Why wouldn't you go back? If I throw a flag because I saw my dude get face masked, why can I not throw a flag? But after further review, there are some issues I could see developing. Like, for example, what if last second play, it's a Hail Mary and I throw a flag for pass interference?
Right.
Like, you would have to severely limit it, because now all of a sudden you have people foul hunting because they know they can go. Now all of a sudden you have an NFL filled with James Hardens.
Right. And they would figure that out.
They would hunt that smells of exploit very, very much. Replay assist was used last year to pick up flags for roughing the passer, unnecessary roughness when the runner goes out of bounds, and intentional grounding and an eligible player downfield. The expansion under consideration for next year would include roughing the passer. Okay, so before you could pick it up when it was called contact with the head or the neck only. Now they want to expand it to include hits below the knee. You could pick that flag up. When unnecessary roughness is a defenseless receiver or player, I think you have to do that. That's because that's a first warning or an ejection. Face masks, tripping, illegal crackback blocks, and horse collar tackles. Aren't also a hip drop tackles illegal now too? And they got I think that wasn't that last year.
Yeah,
they outlawed the hip drop.
Yeah.
The league wanted to find a way to bring back onside kicks while also installing a permanent kickoff rule after a 1-year trial with what was called the dynamic kickoff. The trial, according to the NFL, has made kickoffs more exciting with higher rates of return. The anticipation is that the spot of a touchback will move from the 30 to the 35-yard line. Well, that would tell me you're probably going to lose a lot. That's going to cut down on returns then.
That'll make people not kick it out of the.
Oh, you're saying I get it. You're saying
that's a pretty big penalty.
Okay, I was thinking from the no. I was thinking from the receiver angle where if it's in the end zone, I'm not taking it out of the end zone. 35 yards.
The only thing I didn't, and it's brought up there, was there's no surprise element of onside. You have to kick it. Everybody knows when you have to kick it. You literally have to run the play differently than you did before. That's the only thing I don't like about it, but.
Yeah, which Super Bowl was that when they did the onside kick?
The Saints,
Colts.
The other thing though is like, I don't know. That is interesting. I'm thinking about that. By the way, they're also talking about the tush push and outlawing that. Some teams are saying it's dangerous, but the league has to find any injuries on the play in 2020. It's dangerous, is it?
So is the whole sport.
Yeah, the whole sport's dangerous. Yeah. We're really gonna stop with the tush push. Can we eliminate ties, says Danny in Chula Vista? We could, but Jason keeps voting no. Jason loves ties. Loves them. Not just ties in football, ties with shirts.
If you don't have the lead, you don't deserve a win.
But I think like overtime just keeps going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Until someone wins.
Yes.
That's all.
Ugh.
No?
Yes.
Why?
Okay, so we're going to just continue to just see two mid teams play. Like, it's very rare when it's two great teams.
No, I don't disagree with that. But also, if it's two mid teams and you get into overtime, I feel like that instantly makes the game more exciting.
But so you just keep playing until
someone wins.
Until someone wins.
But what does win mean?
Score more than the other team.
Just like we were talking about.
So then bring back the field goal. All you need to do is score next to win.
I wouldn't do sudden death, but again, I would adjust the overtime rules where, Chris, if you and I are playing, fourth quarter ends, you kick a field goal. If I come back and score a touchdown, I win. But if I kick a field goal, now we go to second overtime, and on and on and on until somebody ends their, bottom of the ninth possession outscoring you. Then, or you stop me after you scored a touchdown, and then boom, you have a winner. What's wrong with that? You just don't want to see the games go longer?
No.
But let me ask you this: so
basketball should end in a tie?
Huh?
Yeah. Should basketball end in a tie?
Basketball isn't as dangerous.
Should we cut? Oh, so you're thinking of the players? Because I'm saying I don't think anybody's complaining that an NFL game is going to take up more time on the network.
Yeah, it's still dangerous in the playoffs when they have to break the tie.
Yeah, is it just better to get hurt? Are you saying it's okay to get hurt in the playoffs, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he does not care about players in the playoffs. We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness. We're going to take a 30-second break. Don't go anywhere. Jason's going to update you on Gonzalez Law. They got some great things going right now. Then when we come back, 3 for Madness and the Kelly Brothers coming up right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Well, a lot of us have a past, and hopefully we've made good on that past. And what do you do if you've made good on that past, but it keeps following you? You drop something. Well, that's why you have someone like Jonathan Gonzalez. Gonzalez Law right here in downtown Sacramento has been serving our community for a long time and doing amazing work and making life-changing results for lots of people out there, and he can help you out as well. So, again, you want some of those rights back? How about an expungement? That's an area he is an expert in and specializes in and has given a lot of people their rights back if those things from your past are still following you. But also could be a wrongful termination case, an auto accident, sexual harassment case. Lots of different things are going on out there, criminal defense, whatever you might need that representation, or you just have questions that you don't know what you don't know, right? And he's someone that has the expertise, the knowledge, the background. So why not call Jonathan Gonzalez at 916-304-9187 or go to saclegaldefense.com.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Kelly Brothers coming up in about 10 minutes. Maybe 12.
Good business.
I'm being exact. In the meantime, 3 for Madness. Question 1.
What impressed you most from last night's win?
Individually, I would say Keegan Murray. He was just great on both sides of the floor. He was playing, and I love what Doug said after the game, and I think we'll play some of this a little bit later, that there is a quiet storm inside of Keegan Murray, that he is incredibly competitive, despite the low emotion outside. There's a lot going on the inside, and it was maybe his best two-way. I know offensively it was his best game, but his best two-way game. Like, that's who he can be. And I'm not saying he's going to ever average 26 points a game, but this is your quintessential 3-and-D guy that is learning, and it's one of the reasons, and you never want to get too excited about one game, but it's one of the reasons why a lot of people are very high on Keegan Murray and don't like the idea of moving him, because this is a dude that just continues to develop and develop. He had a great game yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I would say for me, one of the most impressive things, every single starter had 6 or more rebounds. Every one.
Yeah.
And you can throw in Valanciunas had 7 rebounds. So you had 6 different guys, 6 or more rebounds, from guards to bigs. It's also the second straight game the Kings have won. Granted, they haven't played great teams, where Sabonis didn't even have a double-double.
No.
So they've had to rely on him. They've had to rely on him so much the last couple of years. And it's nice to win games like before with, man, they won and De'Aaron wasn't so good, or Sabonis. Well, that's fine. That's good. That shows that they've got a little bit more than just a guy or 2 guys. So I like that. And that they ultimately took care of business. I mean, that's, I think, was what they needed to do. It took a while to get there, but they got there.
Well, Domantas Sabonis'
business
numbers, especially scoring-wise, have completely changed since the De'Aaron Fox trade. It's been noticeable. He's averaging, for the month of when was De'Aaron traded? Like first week of February? So for the entire month of February, which counts some Fox games, he's averaging 15.9 points, which is down from 21-1 the month before, 21-3 the month before that. And he opened the opening 4 games in October. He had 24.3, a season high. His scoring has drastically dropped. And so have his attempts for the most part. His rebounding is still top of the league. As a matter of fact, he's still at 14. He's going to lead the league again this year. Assists are a little bit down as well. I think there's not that offensive pressure on him anymore. And I don't hate that. I'm not saying I'd be happy with him only doing 16 per game, but I think you kind of get in where you fit in. He had 27 against New Orleans in that one game earlier this month. Well, you didn't need to do that every night. And you're going to get a better Domantas Sabonis long-term when he can take some of that pressure off himself. But I like yours. I like your bright side better than mine.
Okay,
that's
thanks.
a good notice, by the way, that everybody had. Or was it every starter had at least 6 rebounds?
Yeah, I mean, what, DeRozan 6?
That's really good.
9 for Keegan, 9 for Sabonis, 9 for or 6 for Keegan, 9 for Sabonis, 9 for Monk, 8 for Levine.
8 for Levine, and 7 for Valanciunas
Yeah.
off the bench. 6 guys had 6 or more rebounds last night, which is fantastic. And of course, they out-rebounded Utah 47-34. Weirdly enough, both had 7 offensive rebounds. I would also like to add to I really like Walker Kessler. I really like this kid. 25 points, 14 boards, 5 assists, did not turn the ball over, 2 steals. Weirdly enough, no blocks, which is very un-Walker Kessler-like.
Keon had 3.
Yeah, Keon had 3 more than Kessler. Kessler averages 2 points. I think he's second only to Victor Wembanyama. He averages 2.4 for his career. He's averaged 2.3, 2.4 all 3 years he's been in the league. No blocks yesterday, but he's a bright young player. Question 2, please.
Question 2.
What worried you the most from last night's win?
I just look. You play, as we said earlier, who you play. But it did feel like there were stretches where the Kings were just playing with their food and a little bit off. 12 turnovers, I can handle that on a nightly basis. It's not terrible. I'd love to see it in single digits. It's not terrible. Their splits were fine, 53, 42, 92. Those are fantastic splits. I just can't get away from the idea that if this was against most of the teams, if they played the exact game they played last night for the remainder of March, they'd probably win 5 or 6 out of 17 games. That being said, we've seen them lower their game when they play lower level teams, but we've also seen them up their game against better teams as well. So I was worried about that. Malik Monk still kind of, look, 13, 9, and 6, right? But on 5 of 12 shooting, and it just still seems like he's adjusting to being a true point guard. I'm pretty sure this is his worst shooting month of the year. Well, he was at 40.9 in December. He's at 41.0, so about the same. But other than that, his numbers efficiency-wise, 27% from beyond the arc. We've also, though, seen this with Malik. We've seen Malik go into shooting slumps before, and then he just pops out of it and goes crazy. So we'll see.
Yeah, I would say I know the final number for turnovers was okay, but I think they had 6 in the first quarter, and that's coming off a couple of games where they've been really bad. So that was a little concerning. The other part, we referenced it earlier. They won comfortably, but their decisions on fast breaks, those lob passes were awful.
Yes.
I mean, just hideous. And, that's leaving 3 scoring opportunities out of this game. So, again, it didn't matter, didn't have the impact, but
no.
I just don't think they're very good at it. And they got some guys that can finish dunks, Levine, Monk, really anybody. But they were really bad on some of those transition plays.
They were. And it's like I said in the game against Charlotte, if you're in a game that you're going to win, I think part of the problem out there is they're not having enough fun. They're trying to find the fun in the game. So when I don't get as upset as everybody else when I see a lob go awry, because I know that if and when there's a reason why you don't just lay everything up and you dunk it sometimes. Yeah. Look, it pumps everybody up and gets things going.
I want to execute it.
You got to execute it. And I hope, though, I mean, hell, run that in practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Figure it out. You got guys in Monk and Levine especially that can dunk the thunder out of the ball.
What about the Lightning?
Not the Lightning. Question 3, please.
Question 3.
The March Gauntlet now begins. It's not quite March yet. With 17 games until the end of the month, what do you think their record will be?
I like how you kind of say you sound like the March Gauntlet finally begins. When they play next, they'll be March.
Oh.
17 games in the month of March. Jason, I asked this question of the folks on Twitter yesterday. I will tell you this much. And by the way, before anyone freaks out on what I'm saying, I would simply ask you to look at the games. This is how I want you to think about this, guys. And this is what I put out yesterday on social media. It's the old briefcase thing. 17 games in the month of March. You just got a briefcase with $170,000 in it. That will allow you to bet $10,000 and $10,000 only on every single game. Not against the line, just simply on win or lose. Based on who they're playing and based on where the game's at, I have them going 5-12.
Ooh.
I have them going 5-12. Listen, we got a minute here. I'll tell you. I think they're going to lose in Houston. I know they've beaten Houston twice. I think they're going to lose in Houston. They'll beat them twice at home. At Dallas, at Denver. I think they're going to get one of those three. It's probably going to be Dallas. I don't think they're going to win in Houston. I don't think they're going to win in Denver. I think they will win at home against San Antonio. I don't think they're going to beat the Clippers in LA. I don't think they're going to beat the Knicks at home. I don't think they'll beat Golden State. I'm going to give them the at Phoenix. Okay. I don't think they beat Memphis. I don't think they beat Cleveland. I think they do beat Chicago. There's 4. I don't think they beat Milwaukee. I don't think they beat Boston. I don't think they beat Oklahoma City. I'm going to give them one of home Portland, at Orlando, at Indiana, which would be 5.
Okay.
Is there anything you heard me say there that you think is egregious? Like, because I can tell you right now, they're only going to be favored in a max of 4 of those games unless somebody gets crazy injured.
Well, the games you gave them, they have a better record against everybody.
Yes.
There's one you missed. As far as who they have a better record, they have a better record than Orlando.
It's
marginal.
I'm saying I think between at Indiana, at Orlando, and home Portland, I think they're going to lose 2 of those. And by the way, if you're looking to poke holes, that's where I would poke a hole for. So it's either 5-12 or 6-11.
Okay. Can I read you a schedule?
Please.
Portion? What would you say to this part of it, or to this schedule, right? Just for a gauntlet. Grizzlies, Warriors, Heat, Celtics, Rockets, Warriors. I'll just give you that.
I would say if it was the Kings, depending on where it's at, I mean, that's a very easy 0-6.
Yeah.
It could be a 1-5.
That was January. They won all 6.
Okay.
I mean, it just,
I know what you
mean.
Hear you.
It just doesn't always work that
You're
way.
right.
To the point where the games you gave them, there's probably a loss in there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, just the way the league works.
100%.
The games you're not wrong on the underdog part, but also the underdog, like Dallas, I think they'll be an underdog on Monday, but that might be 2 points.
I think we can both guarantee this. They're going in this month to lose a game they should win.
Absolutely.
They are going to win a game they should lose.
Right.
Now that may be multiples on either side.
Right. So if you get more on the positive side, you're like, wow, they beat Boston and OKC.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
But,
right.
You know, but then what happened to Portland and what happened, you know, but it's just the way the league works. Feel like, I don't know how you feel. I feel like there's 3 different versions of this year's Kings team. There's the Mike Brown, there's the post, or there's the Doug Christie part pre-trade, and then now the post-trade.
Right.
So the weird part is under Doug, I mean, they've been 7 above 500. So they've been better than their overall record, but it's also a lot of the same group that was 6 below 500 at one point.
That's
so, I mean, who really are they?
That's why you play the games.
Yep.
And I hope nothing more than we come back in April and they go, you said 5-12, you stupid idiot. They went 12-5. That would be my favorite day of the year. We'll take a break when we come back. Kelly Brothers. This stupid idiot. Kelly Brothers, good at business.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco. Lob ball. George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
T-Mobile 5G home internet keeps getting better. Get our fastest connection loaded with benefits. Get T-Mobile's best home internet starting at $55 a month with auto pay and any voice line. Plus, Price Lock. We won't raise your rate on internet. Check availability at T-Mobile.com/home internet. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Guarantees regular monthly rate plan price of fixed wireless 5G internet data with qualifying service. After $15 bill credit with postpaid voice line plus $5 a month without auto pay with debit or bank account. Regulatory fees included for qualifying accounts. $35 connection charge applies. Speeds vary due to factors affecting cellular networks.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. It's warming up here in Tahoe. Today we've got a high near 53 degrees with calm winds and sunny skies. Partially cloudy skies tonight and more sunshine tomorrow with a high near 51. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Every school day was a vaping day for me. It wasn't a social thing anymore. Suddenly it became something I was doing independently every day. Recently, I was sitting next to somebody on the freeway and I saw them vaping. I was like, wow, is that what I look like? And that didn't sit too well with me. That image has been a big motivation to quit.
No quit story is the same. For free support, text Kick Nicotine to 66819 today.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song.
I love these nachos.
I love our kickball league. Oh, I love this guy.
What's your name?
You know what I love?
A ride when it's time to head out. If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Save Mart and McKee Brothers Plumbing and Rooter Incorporated. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
Kelly Brothers, he's good at business. Kelly Brothers, he's good at business. Where suited and booted, Kelly. What's going on? Are you buying and selling and selling and buying? What's going on?
Oh, no, I just need to look good for you guys. I mean,
wow.
I just decided a hoodie just simply isn't good enough for you guys. It just isn't.
Yeah, I mean, hoodie.
Jason, you can wear. You can.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Actually, no, I'm emceeing an event. It's a family business center today. Their Generations Conference, and it's it's really hard to perpetuate a family business across 2-3 generations. So there's a group here in town that just does nothing but support family businesses. So helping them out today.
Well, good for you. And that actually reminds me, I meant to tell Jason this earlier. I'll share it with you. I was on the phone with our dear friend Scott Moak, who is also an MC here in Sacramento of many types, also PA announcer for our Kings and so many other duties that he has. He was also last night emceeing an event, probably for charity or something.
Sure it was.
I was on the phone with him coming back, and he said, hey, I DVR'd the game. Don't tell me the results. No problem, of course. And then so we're in the middle of something. Then all of a sudden he says he exclaims something. I won't say the word in the car. And I go, what's wrong? We were just in the middle of talking about something. He's like, come on. Because the beam was on and he pulled it. He was coming, I think, from Elk Grove or something. And he saw the beam. And that I never thought about that, guys, but the beam is kind of a spoiler alert to people, Kelly.
It is. Yeah, it's hard to ignore the beam. That is absolutely true. I always find it interesting because, my phone or my watch goes off at the end of each quarter for the Kings. And I always find it interesting. I'm watching the last 20 seconds of the game and, oh, crap. What
Yeah, it's a final.
It's already over.
Because we're so far behind.
Yeah.
You'd think maybe they'd let a minute pass and delay it. Anyway.
I know. Yeah. Timing is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Wall Street Journal, they're doing a lot more writing on sports business, which I like, or the metrics of sports. In this case, They wrote an article I thought was kind of interesting this week. I had never heard this, but according to them, the math says only 3 teams can win the NBA title this year. And the only metric they go by is you have to win 40 games before you lose 20 games. And this has worked 90 some odd % of the time. But you can guess the 3 teams that have actually done that this year anyway. You got the Cavs, you have the Oklahoma City Thunder, obviously, and the Celtics, all 3. But
sounds about right.
Yeah, but it's just interesting. The only time it has not turned out that way is, and this would give Lakers fans hope. The only time it has, and maybe Mavericks fans too, but it has to do with teams that added a star in the middle of the year. So the 95 Houston Rockets added Clyde Drexler. Houston. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 95 Houston Rockets. Right. And in Detroit, they won it in 2004. They added Rasheed Wallace in the middle of that season. So just kind of an interesting metric, especially as we kind of watch the Kings and see how it all kind of works out.
And the 2025 Kings added Zach LaVine.
And Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah.
Laravia.
There we go. Kelly, we saw some baseball news this week as far as, this sport has been scuffling here a little bit, but it looks like ESPN and Major League Baseball may not be going forward.
Yeah, well, first of all, ESPN has been cutting costs. You can't just buy everything anymore. But they had an out in their contract with with Major League Baseball, and they exercised it. So they are out. Major League Baseball wasn't happy with the promotional juice that ESPN was giving baseball. So they supposedly mutually decided to part ways. I think ESPN would have parted ways either way. But yeah, baseball has to figure out what its national footprint should be. Obviously, great interest in the All-Star game and the World Series, but those Saturday afternoon games or even Sunday night games are not getting what a lot of folks had hoped. So to baseball's credit, they're trying to change the game with pitch clocks and all sorts of technological advancements they're trying out in spring training right now. But when was the last time ESPN gave up on a sport? It was probably on the Deuce many, many years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I'm an anecdotal example, but I of the 3 major sports, I feel like baseball, on one hand, they have the most games by double over their next competitor in the NBA, and obviously far more than the NFL. So on one hand, you have all this programming, and as you know, Kelly, news and sports, the 2 things that Scott Moak experienced, tough to DVR, so you got to sit through the commercials, unlike a sitcom when you can fast forward through everything. So I know why sports is such a hot property, but I've been repeating this year after year. I've fallen so out of favor with baseball. It's fun to go to a game in the afternoon and sit and eat peanuts and eat a hot dog and watch and keep score, but from from May to August, if it wasn't for my job, really May to September, if it wasn't for my job, Kelly, baseball would get a cursory glance. Oh, where are the Giants? Oh, okay, well, that's cool. But watching a game on July 13th versus the Cubs when the Giants win 3-1, I'm going, okay, great. Well, see you tomorrow. I just don't know what they can do.
Yeah, I agree. And, and we've seen it here too. There was one year the River Cats were averaging 11,000 a game or some crazy number. The minute the NFL season starts, it drops to 3. Just the minute the NFL sucks the oxygen out of the room for baseball until they, especially when you're talking about AAA, where, it's much more about the experience than it is about a specific result at the end of the year. But it's, baseball's got to figure it out. And we'll watch it firsthand for the next 3 years anyway.
Speaking of the NFL, Kelly, the combine's getting going, and even that's turned into big business for everything the NFL's doing is printing money.
Yeah, I wonder about any of these sports who have one dedicated home and the pressure on the sport to move it around. I wonder the same thing about the College World Series in Omaha, although I think they're committed there, at least for the medium term. But the Combine has been in Indianapolis. People like Indianapolis. It's middle of the country. It's easy in, easy out. It's been there for a while. But the NFL is now thinking, maybe we could turn this into something bigger, a la the draft. I mean, the draft used to be in a hotel ballroom for many, many years. And a few years ago, they had 775,000 people attend the draft in Detroit.
Wow.
I mean, 750,000 people.
Yeah.
So I think there's a thought, hey, maybe we could turn the NFL Combine into, a spring party for the NFL, elongate our season a little bit and move it around from city to city and throw them a bone. So we'll see. If I was Indianapolis, I'd be worried. I'll put it that way.
100% they should have already done this. There's nothing other than the Pro Bowl that they're going to fail at. And I would, if it was, I'll tell you what I would do. I would move the NFL Combine to Phoenix, Arizona, where it's always going to be good weather. And I would put the entire Combine at the 16th hole at the Waste Management Open in the stadium view. And I would just, that's the type of environment you need to have, all jokes aside, where you've got 10, 15,000 people. You make it the NFL Palooza, where you've got little pop-up museums and stores and everything. You take over a city for the week, and then, watching all these athletes running the 40 and all that with 15,000 boozed up frat boys screaming their faces off. It's a cash grab.
It would work. It would work in LA. It would work in Phoenix. It definitely work in New Orleans.
Yeah.
It would. It absolutely. And then you could do the Combine, and then you could have, like a prime time 1 hour show where you bring out the 3 fastest 40 times and have them run against each other.
Yes.
You bring out the 3 highest vertical jumpers. You bring out the 3 guys who bench press 225 the most times. Jalen Hurts would probably win. But you bring them out and you turn it into a little competition. So, and maybe that's the answer. Maybe the Combine stays kind of as it is, but then you have a little 1 or 2 hour addendum on top of that.
Also, you got to put it in a state with legalized gambling.
Yes.
And then you got to have like DraftKings or whoever it is, Caesars, have a live bookmaker there that can set. So
pressing
like
odds,
Jason Ross from UCLA versus Carmichael Dave from Florida State in the 40 coming up.
Yeah.
Who's good? What are the odds?
And who pulls their hamstring first?
100%. And then you can instantly bet off your phone while watching this stuff. Just make it just gambling, booze. Just you know what? It's Las Vegas.
Put it in Vegas. Put it in the stadium.
At Allegiant. There you go. And
And have radio hosts run against each other. And
yes.
I mean, you'd probably run short on defibrillators, but still have them there.
I wouldn't do the 4. I would do the 40, but I think let's do a 10.
Okay.
We'll do the
and see if we can beat the 40.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah. Could we beat the 40 and a 20?
Yeah.
All right, Kelly. Well, good luck emceeing today. We appreciate you. You look fantastic. And
Thanks,
we'll see you this time
next week.
Take care. Take care. That's Kelly Brothers. He is phenomenal at business. Also pretty good media guy as well.
Yeah.
Let him know. If you want him to MC your event, perhaps a bar, bat mitzvah, whatever you've got going on, give Kelly Brothers a call. We'll take a break. When we come back, we are looking for the Jiffy Lube drive of the game at 1-800-920-1140, a $100 gift card to our good friends at Jiffy Lube. Kings win their second in a row. We've got a game ball and more next.
This Saturday, Kings and Rockets. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip-off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's going on for the President's Day sales event?
If you've been waiting to get a new Ram Heavy Duty, now is the time to buy. Save up to $20,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram Heavy Duties, starting as low as $38,995.
That's huge savings on heavy duties.
Yep, and that means it can't last long. Some may call themselves a Super Ram Truck Center, but when you need a hard-to-find Ram Heavy Duty, Hoblet has it. with over 400 new Ram trucks available.
Don't miss your chance to save. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HoblettDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
20,000 total net savings after 13,000 factory rebates and 7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10% off MSRP factory cash. Sample VIN savings, 8,013. 4,000 Hoblet Select inventory coupons, and 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance for 2005 or newer under 160,000-mile vehicle. At least 5 of this net savings. $38,995 net price. Simple VIN 411627. See dealer for details.
You've heard the saying, penny wise, pound foolish, right? It means you do something that will save you a little bit right now, just pennies, but that ends up costing you pounds in the end.
People put off tuning up their furnace because they don't want to take the time or spend the money to get it done.
But it only takes 90 minutes and costs just $87, which is just pennies compared to the huge problems and expenses that can rack up if you don't get your furnace tuned up.
You'll also save money on your energy bills, and your system will last longer.
So don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Call Bell Brothers for a precision tune-up and professional cleaning today.
Our number is 916-444-1234, or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends over at Jiffy Lube, and they want to show some customer love this month with their February oil change deals you can find online today. Visit jiffylube.com and find a service center near you to see these sweetheart deals. Get it? During the month of February. Here's what you do. Drive into savings at jiffylube.com today and let yourself save in the month of February. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
1 ticket, 2 huge shows.
The Sacramento Boat Show plus the Big RV Show. Multiple dealers discounting all the best brands. Hundreds of wakeboard boats, fishing boats, and pontoon boats. Acres and acres of travel trailers, fifth wheel, toy hauler, and motorhome. Plus ATVs too. 2 shows. 1 massive event. The Sacramento Boat Show, plus the Big RV Show.
March 6th through 9th at Sacramento's Cal Expo.
Find discounts at
2hugeshows.com.
When an overwhelmed injury victim calls Ashton or Price, we immediately remove their legal burden and introduce them to the very best medical care in the region. They focus on their health, and we handle all the rest. When they reach the end of their medical journey and are reunited with happiness and hope, we unleash our decades of legal experience to obtain maximum compensation. We are real, local, experienced litigators and snappy dressers too. Consultation's free, and there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Text line 916-339-1140. From the 916, is Kelly related to Christian? It's a great question.
No, but he's related to Cordy.
Cordy.
Yeah.
That's where I was going to
Tony.
Oh, no.
Smothers.
Oh, no.
Man, or
Are you,
run.
oh, my God, you are. I'm blanking.
Who Smothers Kelly?
I think you did a Mount Brothers more all on your own.
Step. You need a timeout.
I am being bat flapped right now. I am just being annihilated. It's like I have this blank in my head on anything. Hold on. Don't say any more. I just want to see if I can come up with one. We have Cordy, Step, Kelly, Christian,
Tony and Smothers.
Tony and Smothers. Brothers.
Got a hug.
Brothers got a hug.
Do you have another one? I don't think I'm going to get one.
I don't think I do right now.
James Brothers was a key grip in the movie The Fugitive with Harrison Ford.
Not in The Fugitive.
No?
I know the entire
He wasn't in that one?
He did it all for Provasic?
He wrote the line.
Richard Kimball.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hey.
Ronnie, we're living. Oh, hold on, Ronnie. Son of a doobie. God dang it. Come on.
That's terrible on both our parts.
Mario.
Domantas
Sabonis brothers. Sorry. Bell.
Jokic
brothers. Sorry, Ronnie. We're having an issue
Here they
here.
come.
We're looking for the Jiffy Lube drive of the game from yesterday. Do you have it?
I think I got it, man. Late in the third quarter, about 5.5 minutes left. Delicious Sabonis was running the floor. My man Mo Money Malik Monk to the assist. Sabonis got the dunk for the score.
I wish I could give him 3.
I hope G-Man said all those words.
Let's go. Here's the highlight.
Sabonis in 2-point range, hands it off to Monk, drives to his right, back to Sabonis, power jam with the left hand, and there's your Jiffy Lube drive of the game. Sabonis with a big-time finish on another great entry pass from Malik Monk. You're listening to the Carmichael Dave Show, along with Jason Ross, tomorrow morning at 7:45. Your chance to win a $100 Jiffy Lube certificate, courtesy of all the Jiffy Lube locations in the greater Sacramento area.
Yeah,
way to go, Ronnie.
That's well done.
That's what's up.
Ronnie, you've done a fantastic job. You get yourself the $100 gift card to Jiffy Lube. What home of the Sacramento Kings and delicious Sabonis makes all your Jiffy Lube dreams come true, Ronnie?
Man, nobody like Carmichael Dave at 11:40 a.m. Sacramento, home of Lights Being King.
Oh, that's honestly perfect. That's really perfect. Also, Jason and Chris.
Yeah, thanks for leaving us out.
Yeah, wow, that's all right. Well, he was throwing a perfect game and gave up a double in the top of the ninth.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do? Righteous.
Bat flap him.
Righteous brothers.
There's been a floodgate of brothers.
It has. I can't believe
Doobie, Mario, and Righteous. How do we miss that?
Really pissed. I was just having a Doobie Brothers conversation with my daughter last week. Like, I was telling her, I was making her a playlist of Doobie Brothers, Steve Miller Band. I was trying to think of bands that, like, obviously are big and known, but just kind of, I don't think they're as well enough known as they should be for a lot of the hits they put out.
Yeah.
And I know you have pre and post Michael McDonald.
No balls, no class.
Band of.
Okay.
Jonas.
Oh, wow.
Joyce
Brothers, Dr. Joyce Brothers.
Almond. I know. Dude, hey, look, at least you look at you. Like you came through.
There are a lot. Brothers Gibb.
Is that a thing?
The
brothers Gibb?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Bash.
Man.
What are the worst?
I don't even know what you'd put on the brothers more, Mount Rushmore, because that's a lot of them there. Doobie
for sure.
Mario would be tough to take out.
Mario, I think you got to put in those. That'd be my first two. Does it count in reverse like the Brothers Grimm? No.
Yeah, and that's not strong enough. Step, though? Does Step get in or no?
Doobie Brothers.
Beverly
Brothers?
Yeah.
What are the Beverly Brothers?
They wrestled in WWF.
Oh, God. I think it's Doobie, Mario. Probably Righteous.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Nobody's gotten this one. I'm going to redeem myself right now because we have all benefited. All of us. There is no group of brothers that us and the listeners have benefited from more than the brothers that we completely forgot. I'll give you guys a hint. All you got to do is look at any license plate in North Carolina. And you'll see their name. You flown on a plane lately?
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Okay.
Right, brothers.
Dork.
Sorry. Maybe the most influential Wright brothers of all. Well, Step Brothers. Yeah, I think we got it. Doobie Brothers, Wright Brothers, Mario Brothers, and probably Tony. Obviously. and Kelly Brothers. 916 Ringling Brothers.
Ooh.
Wow.
They're a circus.
Wow, this is a great segment.
Yes.
This is why we're so rated highly.
Yeah, that's right.
Because where else are you going to get Mount Brothers more?
Right. But here.
But right here. Who gets your game ball from last night, Jason Ross?
2 choices. 3.
Wayans, Everly. Sorry. Go ahead.
Wayans, good.
Yeah.
Who are you going for?
I'm gonna give it to Keegan.
Okay. That's where I thought you might. That's a great choice.
It really is. It's a great choice. No, Menendez Brothers is not making the list, guys. I mean,
pretty high profile.
Pretty influential.
I would go with, since you took Keegan, I would say the 2 guys that, well, you know what? Keon does this a lot. He was great. I'm going to go to big Jonas Valanciunas.
I don't have a problem with
one of
that.
his best games as a King.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a game ball.
You give him the game ball?
Yeah, and then walk away. He scares me.
Here's what we'll do. We'll put the game ball in the middle, and then we'll have both Jonas and Keegan put their hands on it and see who gets it.
Oh, you can have it.
That's fine. You can have it. And then Jonas will take it, just stick it in his beard, and walk away. Larry.
Hey, let's go with the Blues Brothers, a little soul man.
Oh, my God. Oh, my
We shouldn't have even started because we're just bad today.
Honestly, there's a part of me.
Good job, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. Like, I'm not going to lie. There's honestly a part of me as we go to break. I'm going to I might resign.
Yeah.
What's bad is because, like, when we're done with the segment and then people start calling and it's like, what about this? I'm getting ready to say, like, hey, man, we're past it. Thanks for calling. And then he said Blues Brother. I'm like, okay, you need to come, guys.
Yeah. No, that's
We weren't
just.
good. I think we're pretty good at the game, and we were not good today.
No, like you
No,
are that
I
big,
wasn't.
I mean,
look at the ones I threw out. They weren't that good.
But then I'm like, I can't think of another brothers after like 3.
There's been like 45.
Seriously, and they're all like
better.
You're right. Not only were there more brothers available, but there were more Mount Rushmore brothers available.
Yeah. Blues has to be considered.
Blues 100% is on the Mount Rushmore of brothers. So now, where are we at now? We're at Cordy?
No.
We're at Blues, Doobie,
Mario,
Super Mario. Do we do Wright Brothers? Do we do, golly, like Isley Brothers can't.
Yeah,
Splash
Righteous,
Brothers,
Splash,
Bash. I don't think they're thick enough.
We need multiple Rushmores. We need to add on because they're brothers. They go in pairs.
We need a Mount Rushmores.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, Sam Amick joins us. Maybe we'll ask him.
Sam brother? No.
Sam, no. Let's not get going there. From The Athletic, we'll talk to him about his recent article and so much more next.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
Keep on Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a 2-hand flush. Makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
It's Power Torque Tools DIY days at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Lifetime guaranteed Power Torque professional hand tools only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. Like to check your sunroof is closed first before driving through the car wash.
Whoa. Oh, no. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So if you want to save money, check Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Choose Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil designed for today's engines exclusively at your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head, and the total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all grills are created equal and every detail matters. Check out the new Napoleon Prestige and Rogue models and see the difference a Napoleon makes. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, complete with a lifetime warranty and premium stainless steel, boasting absolute quality. Napoleon knows that the smallest details add up to make a big difference when curating your perfect grilling experience. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, reminding you that every deal at Folsom Lake Ford is a slam dunk. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, including America's best-selling truck for over 47 years, Ford F-Series, plus a huge selection of Broncos, Bronco Sports, and all of Ford's award-winning SUVs at FolsomLakeFord.com. Listen, I know a great play when I see one, and if you want to save on a new Ford, you gotta drive the lane straight to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with 0 down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest financing, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. So hurry to Folsom Lake Ford, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they're my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop them online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, welcome back. Hey, I know we always put out the Sam Amick interview, and we have lovely and talented people behind the scenes that put it all together. Just chop this open out of it, because we need to get something real quick, but I don't want people tuning in for a Sam Amick basketball interview. Sam, we're dealing with a lot of crap right now. Welcome in. We're going over Mount Brothers more, and Jason started out with Tony, Mario, or something. He had a bunch, and I got stumped. And the chat has really been helping us. In fact, we got who did the caller say? Oh, Blues Brothers, which we had completely forgotten. So, Jason, I'll submit to you, and Sam, you're a smart guy. You're wearing glasses. Let's see if you can help here at all. I think I have the 3 that are immovable, including one that came in during the break. Okay, that we still have.
Another new one.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Ringling Brothers.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Marx Brothers. Really?
Yeah.
I feel like the Marx Brothers aren't they a thing? And Chris says yes.
Okay.
Also, somebody submitted Warner Brothers.
Oh, wow.
We had the Wright brothers that did the whole flying thing. Tony Brothers.
Okay.
I still am stuck on him. MTV's Dan Cortez.
Yeah,
There's a lot
Doobie.
of right. Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
Sam, what's going on, man? I told you.
I'm on a road trip. I roll out of bed. The cobwebs are just coming out of the head, and this is what we're doing. Did you say Smothers?
Yeah, we entered that one earlier. Good
You
one.
said cobwebs. Never mind.
What?
Sorry, I need to move on.
Where are you, by the way, Sam?
Yeah, where are you, Sam?
I'm gonna give free advertising on your radio station. Shout out Marriott for the big time upgrade here in my LA hotel.
Oh, not Great America. Okay, I thought maybe.
No, we got a little upgrade action going, little apartment.
Look at that.
So I came down for the Luka Bowl the other night, and then stuck around for Lakers Timberwolves tonight. So I'm in downtown LA.
That's a really nice apartment he's
got. That is nice.
Did you, no offense, I say this with all love and respect, did you clean your camera off?
I'm so sorry that I fell short of your social media standards, Dave.
It looked like you had these great shots, and I'm your buddy. I wanted to look like you. The first one you put out looked like it was filmed on a baked potato.
All right, since you brought that up, and I'll make it quick. This is hopefully worth the time. You gave me a hard time about the camera being, dirty and fuzzy and foggy. That, I'm just going to own it, as you joke about my glasses. That was the product of the fact that when I took the video, I did not have my glasses on, which meant that I couldn't tell that it was foggy. Fast forward to late last night when I'm texting my wife to say, good night, love you, I'm back in the hotel, babe. But because I don't have the glasses on, I look at the phone and I can barely see the text, and I text babe. Well, it autocorrects to Jane.
Whoops.
Oh, that's not her name. I know that.
That's why you're still in LA.
That's why he has an apartment.
Yes. Oh, wow. Well, hopefully you get to see the kids every once in a while.
Oh, shout out, Sam.
Yeah, so naturally she said, who is Jane? Who's Jane?
Yeah.
Wow.
Autocorrect.
How has your trip to LA been? That game obviously had some high level interest with Luka playing his old team. Nico went. I mean, all that. How was your trip there, or how has it been so far?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, that night was definitely worth coming down for. It was, the Lakers games are always a scene. I swear it doesn't matter how many times I go. I have sensory overload when I'm there in terms of the crowd and the vibe and kind of what they had built, all those decades ago. So then you add on to that, the big time stars, old team coming back through. The part I enjoyed and that I wrote about was like, I just decided to spend the entire night talking to anybody I could catch on the side, on background, if you will, about the trade, and basically say, all right, let's revisit all these discussions. Have you, and I'm talking Lakers, Mavs, and then people around the NBA, like, have you learned anything new that makes you say, okay, I understand, and why the Mavs did this, and almost that it justifies it. So the short answer is no. And then I kind of obviously wrote about that and the fact that I do think ultimately the deal's going to look pretty bad for Dallas.
Is there, a lot of people think this, you're embedded in the media. Is there a concerted effort, in your opinion, from the Dallas side, whomever, or whichever entities that may be, to kind of continually justify this trade through leaking certain things in the media, or is that being overblown, in your opinion?
No, I mean, you could argue that they should say absolutely nothing. And you got to be clear. Like, we're not talking about people granting interviews. We're talking about just like, background conversations where things are learned. To your question, Dave, I noticed my friend and colleague, Rachel Nichols, posting on social media about how she basically, told the Mavs, say less. Like, if Luka is a monster for the next 10 years, all of these, receipts are not going to age well when it comes to the way the Mavs handled this. I actually, I didn't text Rachel. I probably will give her a hard time when I see her, saying like, hey, give us a little bit of credit. Like, it's not like this stuff is being broadcast. Like, we are good at our jobs, and we are, finding ways to get to some of the information. That being said, like, to a certain degree, yes, that is true. And I think all the way up to the top of the organization. And I think, Nico has become the face of this trade. I don't know that is entirely, it's fair because he did it. He for sure did it. but ownership, I believe, played a bigger part than people believe. And, not only greenlighting, but being part of the process. And, and they've mostly been kind of left out of the spotlight here.
I know he's the biggest return coming back for Dallas was Anthony Davis. He was there, got some love from the Laker fans. What was his night like? What was the reaction for him all while he's still out nursing this injury?
Very interesting. He comes out to warm up and Luka is out there, right? And so you're kind of thinking that you got to find some space for Lakers fans to kind of shower AD with love. But instead, and I'm trying to find this on my phone, you know how on your phones you can, whether it's Shazam or whatever, you can ask it what song is playing currently. Mm-hmm. So AD comes out and you're thinking, like, maybe let's have an AD vibe because he did a lot for the organization. They won a championship. But no, it's Luka land, which means that the Slovenian loves to listen to Serbian music, all the time. So there is an artist called, I don't know if it's, Ceca, it's CECA, with a song called Trepni, just a Serbian pop song, if you will, that is just blasting throughout the arena as AD comes out. And it just created a funny backdrop where, any thoughts he might have had about getting to kind of be in that moment, he was reminded that it's all about Luka now. So, he was there. He actually gave a pretty interesting interview to the LA Times. Brad Turner talked to him after the game, and he talked about how it was very different because he's in street clothes and doesn't really get to have that moment with the fans. They did the tribute video, so it was a little bizarre for AD for sure because it's Luka's franchise right now.
Let's see here. Hold on. Let me just gonna fast forward here. So.
Well done.
Drop me.
Okay.
I don't like it.
That sounds like AD music, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not great.
I mean, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe that's what AD asked for.
You never know.
I mean, I feel like, okay, you're not wrong about the song, though, because that's not like something you randomly stumbled onto.
Right.
It's an oddly specific choice.
No, they did it. They did it the first time that Luka played at home, too. It's just part of the routine.
Speaking of returning stars, next week when we talk, Sam, will be on the eve of the return of De'Aaron Fox to Sacramento. And based on when they threw his picture in the Spurs, the little logo graphic, their last home game, promoting this is against Charlotte, promoting the return, was met with loud boos. There is a very good chance that a top 4 Sacramento King is going to, in his first return to Sacramento, be loudly booed by Golden One Center, which would by far be a first. But it sure sounds like there's, at least with some of the fans, there's no love lost for De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, no, I've noticed. I was there last week talking to some fans in person about their feelings. As you guys know, and Dave, you've said a lot of this on the air and on social media. I'm firmly in that camp of like, if you're a Kings fan, wouldn't you want some of this dysfunction to be sanitized, if you will, with the spotlight? And he did some of that. That message does not seem to be, kind of penetrating with a lot of the fans, where they can't get past the fact that, no, it's bad enough that you want it out. You don't need to keep kicking us while we're down, essentially. Mm-hmm. So definitely messy. I'm curious, he was obviously out there a lot, very open on social media in the week or two after the deal. Now, it almost adds to the emotion, or like, if you're a Kings fan and you see the Spurs limping into Golden One Center with no Victor Wembanyama, and, last night having gotten boat raced by Houston, that's going to, if we're being real, that's going to make you happy that he's going to miss the playoffs and the Kings, might actually make it. So we'll see what the vibe looks like. I don't think my voice matters all that much, but it would be unfortunate. I think, he was a total pro for the organization during his time there. They do have a long and well chronicled history of the type of dysfunction that leads players like him to think twice about being with them for the entirety of their career. And that's what happened. There was a lot that went into it. He certainly played a big part, but it'll be interesting to see how bad it is.
Sam, I can't help but wonder, and this is just my own speculation, while De'Aaron was here, people were asking about his hand, his finger that he hurt. He said, yeah, the only way I could really get it right is to have surgery, but they're in the middle of a season. That wasn't even really a thought. Well, San Antonio's like falling off the cliff. Yeah. I don't know if they're even discussing that, but part of me last night was watching that game the same time the Kings were on. I'm thinking, man, I wonder if De'Aaron's even going to be here. Like, are they going to make a decision on him based on the way their season's going now and just say, let's get this right? Because we're really building about next year anyway. And maybe they even avoid that whole situation next week. Or I don't even know if that's a talking point for them, but just made me think about that last night.
No, I mean, I'm with you, Jay. I hadn't broken it down quite to that degree in my head, but I had wondered just about the whole shutting down part, and I'm trying to peek at their schedule here.
I mean, they're way out now. I think they're 9 below 500.
Yeah, I mean, they are.
Yeah,
they're 5.5 behind the Kings for 10th.
Yeah,
and then in terms of schedule, I mean, I do think last night could be a game where they have more discussion. So they have a few days off. They play at Memphis Saturday at home and OKC, Brooklyn. I mean, so they have 3 games before that Kings game. And those are some tough games, at least the first 2, Memphis and OKC, and I don't know the answer to that. It's worth, wondering about. And then just in terms of the De'Aaron experience, I did think about this yesterday. It's got to be somewhat challenging for him where you made this choice with the long-term view as a driving force, but we're all human, right? So like for him to go from, again, like a possibly playoff competitive experience right now to having to be patient and realize that with Wembanyama's blood clot, which, all the signs are he's going to be fine for next season, that you now mentally have to just kind of, be patient, get ready for next season and beyond. But it's going to be a fairly unpleasant couple of months for him and his team.
It's so funny, Sam, because, I'm actually going to be really happy when this game's over next week, because we're going to talk about it a lot. We'll talk about it on Monday, and then hopefully we can just be done with it. There's such a huge part of me that wants to move on, but it is fascinating. It's not even so much more than the X's and O's. I've been doing this a long time. Sam, you go back to being a beat writer for the B for the Kings. Jason, you were here when I got here. You've been doing it obviously a lot of experience going on between the 3 of us. I don't know that I've ever been more at odds with I don't think it's the majority of the fan base. I truly think it's about 70-30 that's going to boo him. That feels that way. But that's a big percentage. And I don't know that I've ever been more at odds with, usually we're all pretty much on the same page. And it just, I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever get it. And it's when you have multiple media members that are like, yeah, he's calling out the dysfunction. It's what we need to hear. You don't want this to continue. He was here for 7 years. He did the video saying, I want to win the championship here. He gave them all the warning signs of, I want to stay here, but you got to keep building. You got to show me that you're functional, that you're a stable organization, whether it's players, whether it's coaches, front offices, ownership, and didn't even expect it to happen this year. Thought it would be this summer. Gave them all the chances in the world, and just simply for the crime of not wanting to commit the rest of his prime to this city. And then on the way out makes the point that it's not like went out of his way to say it's not the fans. I love the fans, including the guy that, he freaking named his shoes after the guy's taco truck, Adam, which is phenomenal, was always rode for the city. And then he's going to get booed. And I stop and I go, dude, am I just old? Like it just seems like such a jilted X thing to do that is so beneath us as a fan base. And when it does happen for somebody who is a Mount Rushmore King member, People say, well, he didn't play with any heart the last couple. Well, first off, that's subjective. Secondly, he has a broken finger. He's played through multiple injuries. He took Luke Laux on his honeymoon so he could improve. Like, I can sit here and play the game over and over again, and I guarantee you I haven't even looked at our chat yet. As soon as I get done and I take a look at this chat, you're going to have all these people in all caps like, he's a snake, he's a bum. It just seems like a jilted X thing, and it's just so far beneath this fan base. I'm really, really surprised at the outcome here with some people.
Yeah, I hear you. I co-sign that entire thing, if I'm being honest with you. And I'm going to add a little bit of background and context. It's funny, when Luka got traded, a lot of players and even former players talked about the way we discuss players in trades and how, let's not forget that there's no loyalty from the teams, right? So the Mavs just jettisoned Luka. And now, of course, fans are mad at the Mavs, but most of the time, fans just move on. They don't really care. They don't get mad at the franchise. You're probably wondering where I'm going, but if you go back a couple years before the Sabonis trade, and you guys know this, the one thing that always gets a little bit forgotten is that one of the main reasons that they traded Tyrese Halliburton in that deal for Sabonis was because he was the up-and-coming young player on a rookie contract who had more market value. Well, make no mistake, they tested the market for De'Aaron at that time, and there was no market because his contract was too big and his play was not good enough. And so my point is that to be a player, and if I was in his shoes, I'd be thinking, man, isn't this something? You guys, if you could have, probably would have moved off of me years ago if you got the kind of return that you got in a Sabonis deal. Now fast forward to present day, where if I'm being honest about his play, I didn't necessarily ever think he would be as good as he currently is. At that time, that's why he didn't have market value, is because he was underperforming with his deal. The guy worked hard, got better, became, I don't know what you want to call him, a top 40 player, top 30 player, an all-star once, at his best, a top 20, 25 player. And I do think it's a bad look for the fan base because you don't have off-court issues. You don't have, really professionalism was not an issue at all. He was a pro. You could quibble about media stuff here and there. That's for us. People don't care about our gripes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he did the right things. And the biggest complaint I think you can have about him as well, if you're Joe Blow Kings fan, is that he's not the absolute alpha, right? Like a 1A option. And we're kind of seeing that now. He joined with Victor, and I think he could be a number 2 or a number 3 on a championship team. All of which is to say that, all of that going out the window and then him getting destroyed by the fan base because he shared some of his honesty on social media on the way out doesn't compute for me either. But I agree that it feels like it's probably going to happen.
And Sam, him a little bit. Like, if that happens, if he plays, if there are a majority or a lot of boos, boos are something you hear. It's noticeable, even if it's 20% of the arena, 10% of the arena. How do you think that lands with Fox, who will definitely speak his mind? I know that.
Yeah, for one, I know everybody always kind of jokes, and it's true, about the way he competes and how that little trigger he has where when he gets pissed off, he's at his best, right? So if he is on the floor and he is getting booed, he might go nuclear because, that's how he's wired. Media wise, who knows? He's not the type, I don't think, to sit up there at a press conference podium and air all the grievances. If I had to guess, I think he'd probably just try to get out of town. He has been mindful, not only in his public stuff, but Dave, this, like when media members have tried to get him to talk about the Kings exit, he's very quick to say, I need to focus on my current team and the future. And he's trying not to be a distraction. So I think, it's like, would it, on a personal level, will it hurt him? I'm sure it will. But he's one of those, like, the second that I'm done with you type of personalities. if you know what I mean. Like once he reads the room and sees how it is, I think he will compartmentalize and move on to his next chapter. But again,
and sorry, Sam, but that's the saddest thing. And I know you can verify this. You have the same conversations. His only, the ironic thing is his only motivation is he's I don't want to call it desperate, but he is, for lack of a better term, desperate to communicate to the fans here that it wasn't them, that he loves them, that he wanted to be here, that he'll always love them. And he just doesn't want, in his opinion, whether he's right or wrong, he doesn't want the story misconstrued, that he was like this massive plot and he hates Sacramento and all that. It seems that his only motivation is he doesn't want the fans here to just, he truly cares what the fans here think of him, even though he's moved on to San Antonio.
This might be a bad analogy. I'm going to try it anyway. It's like, when a friend of yours, they're and in this analogy, the Kings are the parents, right? Like you have a friend whose parents are like, you're just not a fan of them, and you don't think they're functional, and you don't think they're all that great, and you highlight these things, as an impact on your relationship, if you will. And that person is like, I don't care. It's my parents. Stop talking about my parents. Like, for some reason, the fan base is rocking with the organization here, it seems like, which, given the history, is quite a choice. So
that's well put.
Well, and maybe it's not the organization. I think, honestly, now that I try to dig deeper on it, it's deeper than that, and it's the city, right? Like, we all know, unfortunately, as someone, and I'm probably going to get blown up in the chat room for this, but like, the guy who grew up in the Bay, has been here since '96, cares deeply about the community. Unfortunately, in this particular situation, I think a lot of the fans are falling right into the stereotype of Sacramento, which is the little brother complex, where you're a little too quick to defend your turf when you don't really need to. He's not indicting the city. He's not he's talking about his individual experience and why, it led to this exit. And, from a business basketball standpoint, I know what happened here. I know what went on. And the Kings had innumerable chances to, push this in a more positive direction. And they made mistakes all along the way. And, that part getting overlooked is puzzling to me.
I think that's well said. And Jason's been here forever. Sam, you've been here forever. You both raised your families here, got married here. I mean, you're as Sacramento gets. I'm the one who's the native, for whatever that's worth. And I think you are 10 trillion% spot on with that last part, Sam. We are the little brother. We have the little brother complex. We are a little bit xenophobic, and I'm guilty of that all the time. National media, hell, my argument with Jay Billis about the dysfunctional locker room. Like, I've been on that side before. I understand that. I understand that from a Kings fan standpoint. It's like the whole family thing. You were looking for analogies. I can beat the hell out of my brother all day long, but if the kid down the street comes in here and starts to do that, that's not cool, and I'm going to beat the hell out of him. I get it. We're out of time. It's an interesting conversation. We'll get into it more next week. I also think age demographics, as they were just saying in the chat, have a little bit of something to do with this, but we'll recount all this.
Give me that real quick. What do you mean age demographics?
I'm saying I think the younger it skews, the more upset I've found, the more upset people are with De'Aaron Fox. The younger the demo skews, the more it seems not an exact, I'm not sweeping a broad brush here. I just think it skews younger. We'll get into more of that next week. Hang out in your apartments. Have a great time down there. Give our love to the kids and Jane, and we'll talk to you soon.
Well played. Thanks,
Thank you. Thanks, Sam. That's Sam Amick of The Athletic. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's get some post-game reaction. Jonas Valanciunas with the G-Man. If we have time, Keon Ellis as well, and so much more right here on Sacktown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy. It's cold. And American Energy wants you to stay warm and make sure your system's operating safely. Here's the deal. A $49 tune-up inspection, which is regularly $119. That's a full safety and duct inspection. But guess what? If your system's over 10 years old, the tune-up is on them. That's right. It's free. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. And if you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Oh, by the way, breaking news, they're hiring right now. Here's the deal. They'll train you, full benefits, generous incentive-based pay. Just call today for more details at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Not only great deals from American Energy, but possibly a new career for you. Check them out at theaeway.com for an instant quote and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
This Saturday, Kings and Rockets. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip-off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Listen for the Toyota Tahoe Report every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with Johnny Mosley to get the latest weather conditions in Tahoe throughout this snow season. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Things are just better when you switch to Cricket. The sun shines a little brighter. Happy music starts randomly playing. Best of all, you can get iPhone 13 for just $29.99. With the ultra bright Super Retina display and up to 19 hours of video playback, all on Cricket's super fast 5G network. See? Isn't that better? Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new account imported on $60 plan. First service charge and tax to its sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Don't miss your chance to win tickets to the Sacramento Boat Show and Off-Road Expo March 6th through the 9th at Cal Expo, the largest outdoor recreation show in the market. Just go to sacktownsports.com now for your chance to win.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
High voltage live boxing action returns to the venue on March 8th as Uppercut Promotions presents Thunder Showdown 2. With 8 big fights, it's a night of great boxing action you won't want to miss. Thunder Showdown 2, coming March 8th to the venue at Thunder Valley Casino Resorts. Fight card subject to change.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends over at Jiffy Lube, and they want to show some customer love this month with their February oil change deals you can find online today. Visit jiffylube.com and find a service center near you to see these sweetheart deals. Get it? During the month of February. Here's what you do. Drive into savings at jiffylube.com today and let yourself save in the month of February. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Be-dee-be-doo-be-da-bop. Carmichael Dave. Jason Ross. Do I even want to get in? I don't want to get on the text line. I'll read it. I think what we do want to do, though, is get into conversation that happened post-game. We got some post-game interviews. Let's see. We have Jonas Valanciunas. We have Doug Christie after the game. We have Keon Ellis. Jason?
How about the G-Man with JV?
JV and the G-Man, JV and GG. Post-game in Utah.
You hearing us, JV? Okay. Okay. That's good. I got a thumbs up. You can talk to me.
Yep. Now I hear.
Okay. Now we got it figured out.
Yep.
What a terrific job you and your teammates did in this ballgame tonight. And I know you don't like to blow your own horn. You played 14 minutes. You made all but one shot. You had 15 points in this one, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. And, man, the difference that you make in there spelling Sabonis is so noticeable and so welcome. How satisfying is that for you?
You know, I'm just doing my job. You know, I'm a team player. You know, team result is matters the most. So I'm coming out there, doing my stuff defensively, offensively, setting good screens, playing with a lot of energy. That's how I need to play.
And I love seeing you knock down that three-pointer to end the quarter. That was superb. Finally. I think it was your 8th one of the year. It hasn't been the great percentage. But I watched you and your guys in the shooting contest this morning here at Shoot-Around. You were nailing a ton of threes.
Not enough. Not enough. I got to be better. Yeah, you got to just put in work and shoot more in practice. Good things going to happen.
Tell me what it's been like trying to, become familiar and to become comfortable in a new organization with new teammates, etc.
It takes some time. You gotta know each other. You gotta find a rhythm. Know the guys what they like, how they like to be, how they like to get a screens, how they like to pocket pass. It's a lot of X and O's. But we're working towards that, and we're putting work every day, every practice, every game too. So we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah. 3 of those 7 rebounds we mentioned were on the offensive glass. Those are always special, aren't they?
Yeah. Any rebound is special. Just putting in extra effort and getting those boards. So that's my job.
Well, congratulations. Job well done. On to Houston. A lot of work yet to be done in the remaining 24 games.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
I still think they can utilize them more. Last night's production, 15 and 7 in 14 minutes. Actually, what last night and the last couple games have done is we've seen a little bit of a rotation change. Like Trey Lyles didn't play.
No, Lyles did not play at all.
And so that's why I said earlier, I feel like this season is in 3 different chunks. Like the pre-Mike or when Mike Brown was here, the Doug Christie change, and then the post-trade. It's almost like 3 different versions of this team. And, Trey Lyles still is important to the team, still can be, but they would basically play him as the backup 5, sometimes Len. But right. I'd like the size that Valanciunas, really, I think he could start for a lot of teams. He started last year. He started at times for the Wizards this year. So I just think they could utilize him more. We haven't seen the 2-man lineup, 2 bigs as much, but just the bench is better. And I think that's a nice part. They do miss De'Aaron, but the overall depth of the team is certainly better than it was.
Also, is he our new Splash Brother? 1 for 1 from beyond the arc.
It's pretty nice, pretty smooth.
By the way, did you see old Devin Carter have 24 in the first half, 34 overall? I get it's G League. I understand that. But ball's got to go through the hoop.
Yeah, build your confidence, right? I think when he came to the Kings, I think he was confident. He played a couple games in the G League and played really well. Then he started out okay, but I think he lost some of that confidence. So hopefully get that back.
Keon Ellis was questionable. Made the trip and then ended up playing some decent minutes, and he had a little post-game comments here.
Got off to a better start, and I think we knew that we didn't play our best ball, so especially after halftime, we kind of knew what adjustments needed to be made, kind of slow the game down, play simple, and just take what they gave us.
Doug didn't like some of the alley-oops and the lobs that were getting thrown around.
Mm-hmm.
Did he let you guys know that?
Oh, for sure. But I think, as players, you kind of already know, like in the moment, what's a good pass, what's a bad pass. So, and I think he just addressed it as well. Like, as games get closer and, it's possession by possession games, just want to be smarter with the ball and, take some of those opportunities we get and convert them.
How good was it to see Keegan kind of get a rhythm? It's just his fourth 20-point game of the season and his first since like the end of November. How good is that for him and for the group?
Definitely good to see him rolling. I mean, anytime anybody has it going, you feel good for him. So with him out there knocking down shots and being who he is for us, definitely big. Obviously every night won't be said guy's night. So, when anyone has a role, and kind of just let them flow with it. But definitely huge to see him get it going.
Does it feel like with some of the trade deadline additions and, the signing of Markel as well, that the depth is maybe a little better and you have some more help with that second unit?
I honestly don't know, but I do think, with the additions that we've had, everyone's coming in, positive energy, trying to affect the game the right way. Obviously everyone's still trying to figure it out. No one knows it to a T just yet. So coming in, just trying to play simple, be effective and play hard. We'll figure it out down the stretch. So coming in and keeping it simple, I think we've done a great job of that.
Okay. First game of a 4-game trip. What are going to be the keys for you guys as you go on to the next stops?
I think, getting off to a good start is one for sure. Cause I mean, we've had games where we've came out off of with a bad start, but I mean, we've came back in those games. So, obviously if you start off better and then you have that run later, put yourself in the lead. So, definitely want to start games better. And then, I think, like I said earlier, just take care of the ball, and value each possession. So, against better teams, games come down to, 1 or 2 possessions.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And that goes back to the old Jerry Reynolds value the ball.
Yeah.
Protect the pumpkin.
Right. And then Keon, look, his like the stat, I know a lot of people like when they get into the plus minus, but that's the one, like when he's on the floor, they're just better. He was the best on the floor last night, plus 22 when he was out there. Impact the game, we said earlier, 3 blocks, 11 points. He's a better offensive player than people give him credit for. We know he's out there for his defense too. I just like what he provides. I really do on a night-to-night basis. He's a success story for the Kings.
He is one of the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
We want our guy that got plucked out of nowhere to do the thing and get developed. And he is a true success story. He's knocking down the door of the starting lineup here and is their best individual defensive player along with Keegan Murray. But I would say I'd pick Ellis over Murray even. That's just his specialty. It's interesting. And by the way, I want to make a quick note because somebody texted in from the Stockton Kings that's listening, and thank you for that. I won't out the person, but they work with them, saying Carter was just on fire. There's so much talent on that team. We never talk about it. I've yet to go down to a game, I'm ashamed to say. But everything I hear down there is that that is a well-run group. Like they really have a band of folks that are committed, and honest to God, I have yet to hear somebody say to me, yeah, I went to that Stockton Kings game. Ugh. And look, let's just be super honest. It's not like Stockton is, the Price is Right Showcase Showdown destination. And I've spent time working in Stockton, but there's a lot of passion down there. There's a lot of passion down there. Yep. And I need to go down at some point and check it out because that's the young Kings down there, man.
That's right. The future Kings.
That's the future. All right. We will take a break. When we return, who's hot? Who's not? We'll recap 3 in the key. One last note on Devin Carter, by the way. He was making his 3-point shots and his perimeter shots, obviously, but what really surprised me, and I understand that it's the G League, was watching him drive the lane was impressive as hell. The fact that he's a guard and was able to drive like that, much like I would imagine a lot of people drive the lane in a brand new Hoblet vehicle. From our good friends at Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. Hi. Carmichael Dave here from the top-rated Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and Christopher Laud program, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. I want to talk to you about my friends at Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and what they've got going on. What do they have going on? I'll tell you, a way to save you money. I get it. Every single place out there is like, oh, we can save money, we can do this, we can do President's Day sales event. Yeah, that was last week. It's still going. Over 220 vehicles available under 20 grand. How about that? Downtown dealership, remember, that's now used cars. All the new ones are at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center, where you can save up to 16 grand off MSRP on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. Up to 17.3 off MSRP on hard-to-find new 2024 Ram 25 and 3500, starting as low as $39,995. And how about 0% financing for 72 months on the all-new Jeep Wagoneer S, the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE, or the 2024 Dodge Hornet? That's for you well-qualified buyers. It's always true pricing at Hoblet. What you see is what you pay. No hidden fees, no add-ons, no surprises. Search, select, and save at hobletdodge.com. And tell them, would you? Tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not? Recap 3 of the key from last night. We'll do it all next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Congratulations on taking the first step, lift, and run to a fitter you. Your next challenge? Keeping the momentum going. At InShape Fitness, we have everything you need to keep all those reps from getting repetitions. From more studio classes than you can kick up your heels at, to our turf and functional areas. If InShape had a middle name, it would be there's more than one way to tone a muscle, which is a bit of a mouthful. So we usually leave that out when we introduce ourselves. We are InShape. You are ready. Join online today at InShape.com.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I joined the military for my kid and his mom. I miss my son a lot. One of the things with the military is tobacco, but I saw a lot of people try to deal with mental issues. Everyone's vaping constantly. After my first hit of a vape, I was hooked like that. Once I got back home from my deployment, I caught my son trying to hit my vape. That was it. I had to quit.
Californians are beating big tobacco. You can too. For free support, text Kick Nicotine to 66819 today.
Sacktown Sports is bringing you the biggest live events in town. Whether you're rocking out or dancing the night away, check out the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Crank it up with Steel Panther at Ace of Spades on March 15th. Then catch rising country star Alexandra Kay the next night, March 16th, also at Ace of Spades. On March 22nd, experience the magic of the Ronstadt Review featuring Jacinia at the Crest Theater. Then get ready for an epic night. Papa Roach and Rise Against take over Golden One Center March 29th, while comedy legends Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall bring the laughs to Hard Rock Live Sacramento on that same night. And for country fans, Lee Brice and Walker Hayes hit Ironstone Amphitheater on June 21st, and Parker McCullum takes the stage August 16th at the Ironstone Amphitheater up in Murphys, California. Don't miss out. Find more info and score your chance to win tickets at SacktownSports.com. The Sacktown Sports Live Events Calendar. Your ticket to the best seat in the house.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
Who's that? I asked.
Zach Levine.
Zach Levine.
Last night, the Kings 118-101 win. He scored 26 points, had 8 rebounds, 3 assists. And I don't know if you know this, Zach Levine is the fastest player in Kings history to record 200 or more points and 25 or more three-pointers.
There you go, Zach.
Way to go, Zach. Who's not?
Jordan Clarkson.
Oh, my gosh. Brutal.
He scored only 2 points last night. He did have 6 assists, but he was 0 of 8 from the three-point line, 1 of 14 from the I don't know why I'm flipping out there.
I don't know either. You okay?
No.
How about we unplug you and then plug you back in after 2 minutes?
He was 1 of 14 from the field.
Call me. He wasn't good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, right? Didn't need that.
It's tanking.
Where is oh, you said Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah.
Because isn't Jordan Clarkson somebody that always usually spanks us too?
He's up there.
I feel like he is. I don't know if he's in the D'Angelo Russell world, but
it's not in the CJ McCollum.
No. CJ McCollum's the worst. CJ McCollum's like how Dale Murphy used to be to the Giants. There's old school. Dale Murphy used to kill the Giants, dude.
Pretty darn good, though.
Oh, he was, but yeah, I think he was like lifetime. I could be wrong. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. I think it was lifetime, like 62 of 64.
Oh,
with 50
I paid
home
my
runs.
taxes.
Really? Because of Dale Murphy?
Yeah.
When did he play?
80s.
80s, maybe early 90s.
Oh, so 40 years ago.
Let's see. So what?
70s to 90s.
Can't talk about.
So what? Who cares?
Mickey Mantle. He played before me. Let's see, Dale Murphy played. Yeah, he started in 76 and retired in 93.
Yeah.
90s. It's not that long ago.
32 years ago.
8 years before Kyle was born is when he retired.
Well, Kyle's a little baby. Let's play a game of 3 in the key.
Let's play.
Shall we? Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
What's next?
We made predictions on the last game last night, the Kings and the Utah Jazz. We asked Zach Levine, Chris just mentioned him in Who's Hot, how he would do. He is coming off his career best, season best, I should say, 42 for the Kings. So Dave, you said he would score 23. I said he would score 24. Chris said he would score 27. Dave, you were closest. He scored 22.
Thank you.
You were one off.
Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad.
Give them a lot of credit for that.
Lot of credit for that.
We also asked.
I would have been closer if they weren't blowing out the Jazz last night.
Well, Chris, how do you feel about this, though? DeMar DeRozan points scored, the Chicago teammate. Dave, you said DeRozan would score 30. I said 26. Chris, you said 22. And Chris, you were the closest. DeMar DeRozan scored 19. They took a three-pointer away late after the game that he had.
They did.
Should have been a 20-point game, but still had 19. So Chris is closest there. Lastly, we asked for a random stat, something we predicted would happen. Davey said Markelle Fultz would score in double figures.
I did.
He had 0.
Well, if you put a 1 before that you know
Then
what?
he did.
He scored 0-0. Double figures. I didn't say it's
they were hidden figures.
Yeah.
I said DeMontis Sabonis would have 20 or more rebounds. He had 9. Not that far off. I was a Markelle Fultz double figure away. Ish.
I think it's because of Markelle Fultz.
Well, Chris said that Keegan Murray would have 3 or more three-pointers. He had 5. Good job, Chris.
So who won that one?
Chris. Chris wins for the day. He got the
By a
random
landslide.
and one other. You got one. I just was here. I showed up.
I
get a participation trophy.
You do.
Yeah. Good job. Good effort.
Where's MC today? MC's not in the chat.
It's not
today.
a Katie day.
Yeah. He got a little pocket yesterday.
Yeah. Did you get a chance? Well, the Kings were on, but do we have an update on Survivor?
The Kings were on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But I have a friend who she is religiously into every reality show known to man. So she was texting me a play-by-play, which I super wanted to happen, all night long about everything that was going on, including like people are making like graphics, like here he is on the far right, where they're in coconut shell bikinis, and it's gonna get weird, man.
Yeah,
like the Survivor cruise are the fans. I mean, remember that show's been around since
90s, right?
So I was still at Quad 106 in the late 90s on the Sean and Jeff show. And we had, I'll never forget, we had a Survivor. That was the one where Richard, what's his face, won the year one.
Richard Kimball.
And we had
Dawson.
a finale party at Palm Street Pub in Carmichael. Richard Dawson's the one from Family Feud that always kissed everyone on the mouth, right?
Yeah.
Not the other one. The other Richard, Mount Richard Moore.
Yeah.
So we had a watch party. And so I came over here in 90, that had to be 98, 99. So it's been on, and there's multiple survivors every year. So I think, isn't this like 50 or close to it?
I have no idea.
I think it's close to, or it is 50. So like, there's people that have grown up their entire adult lives that are like, this is their thing. And oh my goodness, there are corners of the internet. Whew. That's why when Katie wanted to go on all those years, I'd be like, please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't go on. It will just, please
The
don't.
internet was a circle. There's corners.
There are corners of the internet. Have you ever, I finished the internet the other day.
I thought I did.
completed
I realized I missed
I
a
did.
couple.
I
things.
did. Then
How was it? Don't spoil it.
No, it was great. I won't give you a spoiler as we go to break here. I will say I finished it. I was mad that I finished it. So I have to take my frustration out somewhere. I'm choosing to boo De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
I blame him.
Yeah. Well,
we should actually make that a regular set.
That heads up.
Stubbed your toe? Why'd you do that, De'Aaron?
All
That
right.
should be our new thanks, Obama. Thanks, Fox. Appreciate that. We'll take a break. When we come back, you know what? A late edition.
Yeah.
But it's here. People are clamoring for it.
Maybe they missed the game.
Maybe they missed the game. Why is it so late? I don't know. Thanks, De'Aaron. Kings Rewind coming up next.
This Saturday, Kings and Rockets. Team night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came back to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to you and your case, We are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
Sun is shining, the chairlifts are spinning. That's right, stellar weather here at Palisades. What are you waiting for? Hop in your Toyota and head on up here. I'm Johnny Mosley, and this is your Thursday Toyota Tahoe Report.
Thanks, Johnny. It's warming up here in Tahoe. Today we've got a high near 53 degrees with calm winds and sunny skies. Partially cloudy skies tonight and more sunshine tomorrow with a high near 51. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sit-Down Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, final hour of the show about to begin. We're going to have Kings Rewind coming your way in just a moment, just in case you missed any of the game last night and wondered, hey, did the Kings win? How did they win? How did it play out? We'll have that for you coming up here on Kings Rewind. Also in this hour, more post-game reaction and a question we'll ask about the Kings defense. A couple good games in a row defensively, or is it? Was it just a byproduct of playing Charlotte and Utah? Well, we'll discuss. That's coming up. Also, still what to watch, standings watch, all that. And we'll wrap up the final hour with Crosstalk. Alan Stiles will be in. We'll get a preview of what's coming up on his show. And we'll conclude everything, as we always do each and every day, with celebrity birthdays brought to you by our friends at Crumble Cookies. So that is the backdrop for the fourth and final hour of the extravaganza.
It's an extravaganza.
Yeah, it is.
So good. I brought not one, but two bananas. It's a banana extravaganza.
Yeah.
No, let's not call it that. Let's not do that, Jason.
Okay.
You ready for a Kings Rewind?
I am.
Let's rewind last night's big win over the Jazz. Christopher Lund.
Well, things have been good for the Sacramento Kings in regard to matchups with the Utah Jazz.
They've been really good.
Entering Wednesday,
what?
Jazz.
Oh, okay.
Entering Wednesday night, the Kings had 7 straight victories over Utah. We're looking for their record, or for their second straight season sweep.
Never lost.
Never.
During this streak, there have been some individual performances of note, like last season when Keegan went for a career-high 47 against the Jazz.
No, that is an accomplishment.
This season, De'Aaron had his second-best performance ever when he followed a 60-point game with a 49-point effort against the Jazz.
Who?
Oh, De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Doug McDermott lit up the G1C crowd and Utah when he knocked down 6 3-pointers in mop-up duty for 18 points in half a quarter.
I'm loving it.
Well, the Kings entered the game knowing that the Jazz were going to suit up without Colin Sexton, Lowry Markkanen, and John Collins.
Walk in the park. A day at the office.
Stroll on the beach.
Buzz. You lose.
Sacramento entered with a healthy roster and was looking to make it 2 straight games against struggling teams.
We won a game yesterday. If we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little.
Let's give them all a nice big burger to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game started slowly as the opening 12 minutes was not pretty.
I know a song that will cheer you up. There once was an ugly duckling. So you think I'm ugly? No, I meant you were one of the good-looking ducks that makes fun of the ugly one.
The Kings had 6 turnovers in the opening quarter, and the game was knotted up at 22 apiece.
Here we go again.
In the second, Zach LaVine carried over some of his momentum from the last game as he had 13 points by halftime, and the Kings' lead was now 9. Bean. The third quarter was a bit jumbled. The Kings had chances to blow it wide open, but repeatedly butchered fast break opportunities. Who were they throwing those lob passes to?
Because you can't see me.
Some unsung heroes came through for Sacramento. Jonas Valanciunas hit a three-pointer and played some great bully ball.
We have the meat.
Keon Ellis flashed his two-way skills and filled up the stat sheet.
Give me that.
And Keegan Murray had his season high in points, ending with 26.
This is fun.
The Kings also locked up the Jazz best player left that they had in Jordan Clarkson as he tied the worst shooting night for any player this season, going just 1 for 14.
You're stupid.
By the end, it was another W for Sacramento and a season sweep of the Utah Jazz. The Kings pick up a half game on 7th, 8th, and 9th seeds and start the road trip with a valuable victory.
I can't wait to get on the road again.
Up next, the Kings will have a few days off until a Saturday matchup against the Houston Rockets.
I ain't taking a rocket.
Hey!
As Sacramento will be looking for a sweep of the Rockets, too.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so.
So now you know how it went down last night in Utah.
You know what? People talk about hey guys, why are your ratings so amazing?
Kings Rewind.
Hey, you played on the road again.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this the other day. This was great.
Is this Will Nelson?
This is Billy Nelson, and my dad's favorite. My favorite John Lennon solo song is "Watching the Wheels." I love the song and I love the message. If you've never
Is that
heard
the wheels of the bus go round?
Sort of, a little bit, very close. And here is Willie and his two sons, mostly his two sons, singing "Watching the Wheels Go Round" on John Lennon's birthday. 91-year-old Wilbert Nelson.
People asking questions, lost and confused.
Hold on a second. Are they not hearing this on this?
Well, when you play a song for a long time, then it cuts out.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was worried that the chat. Chris said in my ear that you guys might not be hearing this, but apparently, maybe they are because nobody's yelling and screaming. Anyways, by the way, his kids sound like him, which is really
100%.
Weird. They really sound like him.
I mean, don't all kids sound like their parents?
I don't know. I've never checked, Chris. JR, good morning. I know.
Okay, the afternoon show does not do a bit with that kind of quality at all.
Thank you. Also, let's not try. People are trying to create a beef.
Not JR.
Not JR.
Would never do that.
Well, did you hear what they said about you guys last night?
What'd they say?
They said your show is like Luca. It's eating, drinking beers and smoking hookah on the side. I mean, like you eating cookies and ice cream.
If anything, that's going to crush the beef. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Crush it.
Crush the beef. I saw that movie.
Where's the beef?
And then Jay was saying that Chris's breath is so bad it steams up the glass back there.
That's true.
He has to clean it every time he comes in.
Yeah.
My guy would never say that about me.
You got the poor reverse Oreo in between in J-Law Styles, having to keep you two apart from each other. I love it. This station is just on fire with total beef between all the three shows.
Yeah, I don't want any beefing. I think we can. I think we can all have disagreements. Beefing never.
I want to see Jason come in there with a cut off sleeves, showing the guns, telling Whitey he's an old man, just because he was there when the Washington Bullets drafted Abraham Lincoln back whenever.
Wow.
You want Jason to call somebody old?
Yeah. Hey, easy, Chris.
Yeah.
We're talking about my best friend there.
That's
Jay.
right. Besties.
Dude, we used to watch Kings games when we taped them on the reel-to-reel VHS there, buddy.
Black and white.
And we'd have to get the ball out of the bucket because it was a peach basket.
Yeah.
That's right, Chris.
Glad you brought the ladder.
What did I just see today, too? We were just talking about Tears for Fears last week and how old they look. And then, so they're releasing, it's the 40th anniversary of whatever their great album was.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the re-release is it's on cassette tape.
Oh.
And I was thinking like, well, that's cool, but where does anyone on this show have any ability to play an audio cassette? Do you own anything that could play an audio cassette?
I bought a CD that I couldn't find any MP3s of, and I have no way to
I think I might have
to play it or put
something.
it into a MP3
in our garage. Maybe I'm confused.
When I was taking my parents to their doctor's appointment the other day, we pulled into their garage. My dad still has the double-decker stereo.
Yeah, in the garage.
In the garage.
That's what I was thinking. We have one that's like in a corner that I'm like, does that? I don't know if it has a cassette player though.
That was still, yeah, it had the two cassettes, so you could record off, you could copy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he had I know he's had that at least since I was in junior high school.
What a skill that was, though, when the songs would come on with a cassette that you were trying to record on the radio, that you try to hit the very beginning of the song.
Oh, people don't know the pain of listening to the radio, having requested a song an hour ago.
Yeah,
I did this with the one I will always remember is "Eat It" by Weird Al Yankovic.
I
was so little, and so I requested it. And they're like, "All right, coming up," and
I would just like to get "Eat It" by Weird Al Yankovic, please.
100%, little baby golden chalice Carmichael Dave asking for "Eat It."
And one more thing, it's a hot dog, a sandwich.
All right, what's your mouth, Almore?
If you call one more time, kid.
So it was like almost 2 hours, and what you'd have to do is, as soon as you could tell, as soon as the bumper or the commercial was ending, you have to hit play and record. And then if it wasn't your song, then you rewind it to the beginning. Because remember, there had to be that little buffer in the beginning or it wouldn't work. I wanted to get the whole song. Then once you get the whole song, then you record it onto your master tape.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I would go down to my cousin's house, Gabrielle and Alexis in Los Gatos, they would have, they got all the music, dude. Depeche Mode, Def Leppard, Hysteria, other things I can't remember. In Excess Kick, George Michael, Faith, right?
Good.
Yeah. And so I would go down there and I would have my mom buy me one of them packs of 10 of orange TDK recordable tapes, right? And I would go down there and just DJ my butt off making mixtapes. And then I'd mark on the little thing what the tape was. And then I had my little it wasn't a Walkman. It was like a Timu Walkman. It was a crawl man.
Yeah.
But it worked. Remember the little headphones that had the foamy?
Yeah.
Headphones that you'd wear with the little,
the really thin,
super thin thing that goes on the top. And then I get back because a lot of times I take the Greyhound down there and back because my parents were weird. And I just sit there in the corner. Well, I mean, come on, you're like 10 years old taking the Greyhound.
It's totally normal.
Is it?
Yeah.
And
I ship our son out of town a couple hours.
Yeah, hey, go stay with my sister. Get out. We'll take you to the Greyhound and we'll pick. Why are they New Yorkers? I don't know. Well, hey, we'll take you to the Greyhound.
We'll pick you up next week.
Right, next week. That's fine. You know what?
Here's $2.
Yeah, here's $2 for food.
Yeah.
The thing that was lame was what KSFM started doing was when they would have a newer song, right in the middle of it, it would just be KSFM 1025.
In the middle of a song?
In the middle, so you can't record it. Well, you can, but then you're just going to
that's grounds for termination immediately. What bright-eyed, bushy-tailed ding-dong came out? Golly. That's like picket the station. I got this recording ready to go and you're dropping a promo. Lastly, we got a break. I want to say this again, and we should know the people that do this. I know I speak on behalf of every single person that has ever fallen asleep during the post-game show, no offense to the hosts, of a Kings game.
Not on radio.
Never.
No.
But this also isn't a problem on the radio. Yeah. Can whoever is in charge of the NBC Sports California broadcast please either fix it or tell us why you can't fix the fact that, no joke, the volume goes up 1,000% as soon as the Kings broadcast ends, and it goes to the blue screen that says, like, thank you, your broadcast is over, and it's like, all right, well, it's like Kyle last night.
So this is YouTube.
It's YouTube, but it's happened to other places too where they have the channel dedicated. And Kyle Draper will sign off for whoever. It's like, all right, thanks so much, Light the Beam. All right, take care. Bye-bye, whatever. That's how I sign off, but whatever. And then it goes to the whatever, and then all of a sudden, blue screen, and if you're asleep, or in my case, if I'm inside with the kids just hanging out, all of a sudden my TV outside just woke up the whole street. How hard is that?
Yeah, it's jarring.
It's been going on for years. It's not fair.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Someone's playing with a fader. It's just cranked
it up.
Yeah.
You know who did it?
Who?
De'Aaron Fox. We'll take a break. When we return. Hey. What?
Who?
Is the Kings defense all of a sudden better? Or they just play two crappy teams? We'll talk next.
This Saturday, Kings and Rockets. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip-off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
One ticket, two huge shows. The Sacramento Boat Show plus the Big RV Show. Multiple dealers discounting all the best brands. Hundreds of wakeboard boats, fishing boats, and pontoon boats. Acres and acres of travel trailers, fifth wheel, toy hauler, and motorhome. Plus ATVs too. Two shows, one massive event. The Sacramento Boat Show, plus the Big RV Show. March 6th through 9th at Sacramento's Cal Expo. Find discounts at twohugeshows.com.
Waddy here, reminding you that not all grills are created equal and every detail matters. Check out the new Napoleon Prestige and Rogue models and see the difference a Napoleon makes. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium stainless steel, boasting absolute quality. Napoleon knows that the smallest details add up to make a big difference when curating your perfect grilling experience. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Chris is just playing me the new trailer that just dropped about an hour ago for the upcoming Michael Cera vehicle, Sacramento. Or what's it called? It's called Sacramento?
Yeah.
Just Sacramento, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said it's like the super bad for 30 and 40-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
And they even showed this. Hey, did they show the City of Trees Tower, or did it say the Farm to Fork Tower on it?
I didn't notice that, but
they showed the tower. They showed Gunther's.
Noticed the Tower Bridge. They're at Gunther's. They're at Dive Bar. So
big movie coming up.
Hitting up all the spots.
From the 916, yes, Dave woke up last night, freaked out, wiped the slobber off, turned the TV off. You rush over there. Also from the 916, so happens on the DirecTV too, if I forget to change the channel when I turn it off, it's so jarring in the morning. Right? Like, let's just, let's
get it together.
There's a lot of things that we can't control. I think we can control that. The Sacramento Kings have been controlling their defensive output. Whatever they're giving up on defense, I guess, input. I don't even know what the right word is. Last night, 101 is what they gave up to the Jazz, and their 118-101 victory. And the night before, 88. So, Jason, quick math means they've given up 189 points over the last 2 games, which is an average of 94.5. That would rank number 1, I'm pretty sure, in the NBA.
How about that?
So the question here is this. Like, first off, they've played 2 of the worst, literal worst teams in the NBA.
And not even fully healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Markin and Collins and Sexton were out last night.
That's not gonna help, Jason. Yeah. That's not gonna help. Also, let's see where they rank just for funsies. Well, actually, all right. Charlotte is the 3rd worst offense in the league. And it looks like Utah is the 12th worst offense in the league. Actually better than I thought. But as you said, Utah averages 112.2, Charlotte 105.4. In both cases, they held them double digits below what their scoring output normally is on average. So despite the fact that we know they're playing crap teams, they are 10-0 when they give up 101 or lower.
Yeah, and that's massive, right? Obviously, we know their offenses are strengthened. We're all worried about their defense. I think I need to see more games, because if we go to the game prior to that, they played the Warriors and they couldn't stop them at all. So, this is going to be more difficult with Houston, followed by, Dallas, then Denver. But again, I think the situation they have, their best defensive players, with the exception of Keegan, are in their bench, and their best offensive players are starting. And it's just, again, I think they got to figure out a way to match that all to make it work.
What's the balance?
Yeah.
I mean, you can gain confidence just like offensively, defensively. So it's good. It's good to be able to test that out. We know these 2 teams are terrible. But you have to start somewhere if you're going to do that. Obviously, this isn't sustainable. It's not. You're not going to.
Yeah, they haven't shown any of this for long periods. Yeah,
but my thing is this: if they're 10-0 when they've held teams under 101 points, Doug's going to be on this afternoon with Whitey and Kyle. Why don't they just ask him to tell the team to hold everybody under 101 points?
Yeah, because that's how you win.
That's how you win.
Yeah,
we've cracked the code.
Yep, we should be in charge.
Let's see if Doug mentions that. He spoke post game after the Kings' 2nd win in a row.
For us, it's we continue to work on us. There are a lot of different aspects of this game. Defensively, 1 30-point quarter, there are things that we can build upon. Has some good communication, some good switches, but it's still not as smooth as I would like, and I don't think as they would like either. So, but all in all, as I told them at halftime, we'll work on that and continue to work on it. The most important thing is that we win the game, and to their credit, they went out and did that.
Doug, what did you see at the start of this game? And what do you say to them in terms of trying to urge, them to come out with the effort that you want to see early?
It's more about being simple, but not working your way into a game. And I think that we have guys in that lineup who have done a lot in this league, and dynamic scores. And we have to keep the game simple, playing to our strengths. And one of those is playing through Domas, especially in the half court, and allowing us to get downhill. And then once we do that, whether it's a DHO, whether it's a split, whether it's a high split, low split, just read what's in front of you as opposed to trying to dictate the game. That happens later in the game, later in the half, later in the quarter, later in the shot clock, where you allow your talent to dictate the game. Early on, I just want them to read more and definitely be present on the defensive end with intensity.
Well, it is a philosophy that we asked this yesterday. We talked about it with Katie. We talked about it with a bunch of people. How much of defense, and I don't know that it's an answerable question. People are going to have opinions, but how much of defense is ability and talent, and how much of it is teamwork and scheme and communication? And that's the balance Doug's got to find with these guys, because I don't think they're intrinsically defensively dedicated, if you will.
Yeah, and I still think a best offensive player one-on-one against the best defensive player, the offensive player is going to win more times than not, because
absolutely
you could defend someone perfectly as designed, as executed, as schemed, all that, and they could still score. That's how gifted these guys are. So, but you just want to see. I think the one thing they've done with shoring up their depth is there's more to the front court, so that's good. Fox was also a pretty good defender, so they got to make that up a little bit too.
Fox's fault.
But rebounding has been a pretty good strength of this team, but they feel like they pack the paint more to allow more 3-pointers. So the more, if they pack the paint, can they at least contest some of these threes? Again, I think what we've said here has been accurate the last 2 games. They've played bad teams and they've played well defensively. I just want to see more of that against the better teams.
That's what we will find out here
very soon.
Very, very soon. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch, standings watch as well after last night's win. We'll go over some things that we've cleaned up, including, if we have time, Justin Tucker, the maligned kicker for the Baltimore Ravens, speaks out. We'll try to get to that. And then Alan Stiles with a little crosstalk.
I know
Celebrity birthdays. I know him too. It's coming up right after this.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
On Wednesday, March 5th, Sacramento is where the best wrestle as All Elite Wrestling presents Dynamite and Collision, 2 of professional wrestling's biggest shows all in one night. Be there live as AEW returns to Sacramento for the first time in 2 years for the final 2 shows before AEW Revolution.
Let's get down to business.
AEW Dynamite and Collision from Sacramento Memorial Auditorium. Wednesday, March 5th. Tickets on sale now starting at $20 at AEWTIX.com.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean. And there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Miniature golf has been around America since 1916, with the first course opening in Pinehurst, North Carolina, according to Links magazine. Englishman James Barber built a course in his backyard called Lilliputian. A few years later, he built a second course and called it Thistledew. Unlike today's mini golf courses, Thistledew wasn't for children. The 18-hole course was made of compacted sand and clay, making it quite difficult. Today's clown mouths or windmills were nowhere to be found, as the course featured real hazards like rocks, trees, and grass bunkers. 4 holes even required a high-lofted niblick to carry bushes and long grass. Longest hole was 71 feet, shortest was 12. Golf fanatic Thomas McCullough Fairbairn revolutionized the game in 1922 with his formulation of a suitable artificial green consisting of a mixture of cottonseed hulls, sand, oil, and dye. 100 years later, Thistledew has returned to its home at Pinehurst Resort, and guests can play the new Thistledew. Please leave your niblick at home. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-301-4422. 800-301-4422. 800-301-4422.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy. It's cold, and American Energy wants you to stay warm and make sure your system's operating safely. Here's the deal. A $49 tune-up inspection, which is regularly $119. That's a full safety and duct inspection. But guess what? If your system's over 10 years old, the tune-up is on them. That's right. It's free. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. And if you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Oh, by the way, breaking news, they're hiring right now. Here's the deal. They'll train you, full benefits, generous incentive-based pay. Just call today for more details at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Not only great deals from American Energy, but possibly a new career for you. Check them out at theaeway.com for an instant quote and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
All right, coming up in a few moments, crosstalk with Alan Stiles. Celebrity birthdays brought to you by friends at Crumble Cookies. As we roll on here on this beautiful Thursday morning. Thank you to everyone out there checking us out on our YouTube page, over the radio, on the app, whatever the case may be.
Whatever it may be.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was talking to our engineer. He doesn't know. He's trying, though.
He was in here.
No, I know. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure it out. I feel bad for him. You ever try to find a problem with it's nothing more frustrating than when an electronic doesn't work and it should.
I agree.
You got to hook something up and it just stops working. There's no reason. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Or like when a video game is cheating. Do we just lose our internet? Ooh. We lost our internet. Oh, no. Well, I hope YouTube's still working. But is YouTube still working, Chris? Yeah? Well, not on my end. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe you got angry and just said, you're done with YouTube.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's it. That's it for you. No more for you.
That's it for you, Tube. What to watch tonight? Warriors Magic. Go Orlando.
Yep.
Go Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Nuggets at Bucks. I mean, go Bucks, right? Not that it really matters, but go Bucks. Hornets at Mavericks. Big Charlotte fans tonight, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they could beat them, but that would be awesome if they did.
They probably cannot. What do you think the line is in that game, Jason? Charlotte at Dallas. I think Charlotte has lost their last two games by like an average of 40 points.
Dallas by 10.5.
Dallas by 13.5.
Price is Right rules. You're both screwed. Dallas by 9.5. But Jason wins. Pelicans at Suns. We're definitely Pel fans.
Yep. I think they play back-to-back. Home and home. Or 2 games in Phoenix.
I've been waiting for this series.
So we need one for the Zion game. Needs to be a Pelican win.
100%.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. I mean, I know what the answer is, but
no, it's not tough.
It's kind of tough. It's tough.
It's tough to say, to verbalize. You need them to win.
Timberwolves at Lakers.
Yeah.
All right. Can I say this? I'm rooting for the Timberwolves to not win.
Okay.
I think
I'll allow it.
I think that's the appropriate way to say it. I'm not rooting for the other team to win. I'm just rooting.
Who's the other team?
They're in LA. One of them LA teams.
Which one?
Not the Clippers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so the other one, what are they called?
I think they're the Rivers.
Oh.
Yeah, something like that. The LA Water Steelers.
Yeah.
They used to be the Rivers, but then they changed to the lakes that they're used to.
See, there he goes again. Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're rooting for that other. Well, no, again, we're just rooting against the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
I'm not going to clap if a Laker scores. I'm going to clap when Minnesota misses.
What if it's Alex Len?
Laker Len?
Yes.
Wow, Len the Laker?
Yeah.
He got 8 points since Alex Len signed with the Lakers. He's gotten in a convertible and driven down the Pacific Coast Highway with his hair flowing in the wind.
I hope he has.
I hope he has too. Just his beard trailing by.
Saying, look at that mountain. Look at those trees.
Absolutely.
Look at that bum over there. He's down on his knees.
What is that from?
Oh, come on. Look at these women. Ain't nothing like them. Nowhere.
I love LA.
Yeah.
Wow. Did I nail that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good for me. Good for me.
So-
I hope no one cuts that.
Yeah, he said it.
Oh God, you did it. You got me. That was like last week when I was telling everybody, and boy, have I continued this to the annoyance of so many people because now I forget that I've asked them before where I'm like, hey, did you hear that? They said you sound like an owl. And then they go, who? And I go, see? That get you?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
We'll not let it.
Who? Because that's what an owl says. Like, knock, knock. Who's there? Who? Are you an owl? Knock, knock. Who's there? Atch. Atch you. Bless you. No. Knock, knock. Who's there? Boo. Boo-hoo. Don't cry. No. All right. Knock, knock. Who's there? Alex. Alex who? Alex Len, his goatee, trailing behind him on the Pacific Coast Highway. And what song would he be playing, by the way? He wouldn't be playing I Love L.A. I think he'd be playing Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty.
Oh, good choice.
It's a great convertible song. Wow.
Convertible songs?
So, yes, convertible songs are a real thing. Hotel California. Great.
I think it depends on the car.
2-disc set of
Convertible songs. Yes. Lord, I was born a rambling man. Just run it through.
That's a convertible song?
Yeah.
How about Walking on Sunshine?
Walking. That's a great song. Stevie Wonder.
So if I'm in a 63 Impala convertible,
yeah, well,
I should be playing I'm Walking on Sunshine.
No,
why a 6'3", not a 6'4" Impala?
I actually
famous
prefer
by Easy.
the 63.
Okay, well, you say
20-inch blades.
61 is good too.
Yeah, I think there's convertible songs. Like You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette is not a convertible song.
November Rain.
Only the last guitar solo. What else is Karma Police by Radiohead? Not a convertible song. I Was Made to Love Her, Stevie Wonder, convertible song. Drift Away, this is about to get controversial. Drift Away, the Uncle Cracker version. I almost said Dobie Gillis. The Dobie Gray version is great. I call balls and strikes.
Okay.
The Uncle Cracker versions actually, I think it's better.
No, I don't know.
And it features Dobie Gray.
Oh.
R.I.P.
Okay.
What a Fool Believes, Doobie Brothers.
Well, anything Doobies.
That is. Most Supertramp songs.
Ride Like the Wind.
Absolutely.
Christopher Cross.
That is on Mount Convertible More.
Yeah.
Ride Like the Wind by Christopher Cross is such a convertible song.
Danger Zone.
Absolutely. The Heat Is On, convertible song.
Okay.
What
if you put out a convertible song CD set and then a closed car CD set? I mean, like, you're highlighting convertible songs.
Close, because it'd be mostly like goth and Depeche Mode.
All the goth you listen to.
I really do think that there are certain songs. I should probably make a convertible song playlist. I kind of have close to one. But Bohemian Like You by the Dandy Warhols. I don't know if you know that. You know that song?
I don't know.
No, you probably don't.
I'll know it in one note if you have it.
Let's see here. Well, let me fast forward it.
Yeah, imagine Whitey is singing this.
That's not a convertible song.
That sounds like Whitey singing.
Yeah, it does.
It does? Oh my gosh. It does.
Like I'm expecting some sort of parody to come from that.
Oh, I've already got it. Convertible song?
Yeah. Anything Kenny.
Ooh, this is a questionable one. Convertible song?
No.
Maybe like 5 p.m. Sun's going down in March. Okay, sun's going down in January. Hey, we see you out there on the Pacific.
Convertible?
You're in a convertible. We see you in your convertible. I'm going down the Pacific Coast Highway. It's time to listen to the Scorpions, Winds of Change, right here on K Convertible.
You kind of warmed me up.
Okay, all right.
First reaction was no, but
hey, everybody.
Yes.
See you out there driving around in that red drop-top convertible. How about a little Jackson Brown on the open highway? Excuse me?
Give me gas?
Give us some gas.
No, you're running on empty.
Oh, oops. Oh, I thought the post was there, but it's not. It's here. Sorry, thought you said, do you have any gas?
I did, but you're running on it.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, here's a convertible song.
Oh, yeah. Everybody get up.
51 minutes nonstop convertible songs here on Convertible Radio. Coming up next, Winds of Change by the Scorpions. Right now, here's Robin Thicke's Kid with Blurred Lines and that other guy, too. Yeah. Farrell.
You are setting up for Hit the Post.
There's a song by Rocco DeLuca and the Burden that you may know. No, hold on. All right, then we'll be done with this.
Nope.
Really? You don't know this song?
I think so.
Nothing. I'm going to make you a convertible playlist.
Okay.
Timberwolves Lakers tonight. We're rooting against the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
We'll see if Alan agrees whether or not there are convertible songs.
Okay. What would be his number one?
I don't even want to try.
Yeah.
Because no matter what I say, they'll get turned around and turned against me.
Turn the beat around?
Turn the beat around. Where's Alan going to plug in?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe he has to sit there.
Maybe.
All right.
Or maybe you just plug in there.
Well, that's a great point. We'll be right back after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
We rely heavily on our HVAC systems during the cold valley winters and hot valley summers. That's why there are so many HVAC companies out there. So when you need a new system or a tune-up, where do you turn? I turned to Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Once our heater checked out, we checked in at leesair.com. The entire experience exceeded our high expectations. You want prompt service from people who know what they're doing, can save you money, and will treat you right? For your HVAC needs, Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating on the web at leesair.com. Ask about their $99 HVAC tune-up service. License number 635355.
Music Festival, Country in the Park is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Save Mart and McKee Brothers Plumbing and Rooter Incorporated. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Hey, this is Greg Pop-Up. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888 247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884. There's a reason why more and more people are coming from all over to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville. And it's not just because they're centrally located next to Hagan Oaks Golf Course. It's because they make the car buying experience different than anywhere else. Yeah, of course they can get you a great price. That's the easy part. Where their general manager, Chuck Dean, and his team really make a difference is they don't believe you should have to sacrifice great customer service to get a great deal. Stomp on in today and see for yourself. That's Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's the place where a handshake still means something.
You know, when it's all on the line, you need a big-time closer, and that's especially true when it comes to your garage door. And that's why I recommend National Garage Door, 638-4554. Whitey Gleason here for National Garage Door. Whether you're looking to repair an existing door or get a brand new one installed, you need National Garage Door. Family-owned and operated. They've been around since 1974 because service is their number one priority. National Garage Door are the region's BSE. It's broken spring experts. Styles, prices, and quality of the new doors will amaze you. Our garage door was starting to sound kind of, and that's not good. So Kevin from National Garage Door came out. He said patching up the old one was an option, but we're getting a new garage door. We're pretty happy about that. National Garage Door sells quality Rainer branded garage doors. They offer sales, service, and installation on all residential and commercial doors and operators. If you have garage door needs, old ones coming apart, or you're looking to improve your curb appeal, let National Garage Door come through for you in the clutch and be your closer. 638-4554, National Garage Door.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah, let's go. Let's make it happen. All right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Jonas Valanciunas. I'm just saying. You can.
Are we ready to have that conversation?
You can use it for both.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
I mean, Domantas Sabonis off the bench is not a crazy idea.
Domantas Sabonis off the bench. That doesn't work.
He's a spark. He's a spark now.
Wow.
Someone doesn't play well. No, honestly,
Delicious
though,
Sabonis
is Domantas Sabonis the only person that's safe from that? Because normally, Jonas Valanciunas starts playing well, and our loyal listeners and just Kings fans, what happens next? Hey, never thought about this, but Domantas could really lead that second unit.
I mean, he could. But you know what? Giannis could also lead their second unit.
That's a great. Anyone can lead a second, but that was always the Malik Monk argument. Why does it have to be me? Anyone can do it.
It's got to be somebody.
No, it doesn't.
I think it does.
Start 6.
Yeah. See if they notice.
Do you have a? We were making up a playlist for. We're going to do a 2-disc set. KHTK plays the hits. If I were to say to you, hey, I'm giving you a convertible to use for the weekend, and you and your lovely bride can, no kid, by the way.
Okay.
Just the adults. Great. Get in the convertible, nice little roadster, and roll down the Pacific Coast Highway. You're making a playlist. Are there any song or songs that come to mind that are specifically like, I got a drop top? Yeah, I'm playing this song.
Yeah. Let me write, Dr. Dre.
Are we like on the beach, or are we chilling, or
you got the beach on your right?
It is very different, because I was thinking
the premise is convertible.
When you first said it, I'm thinking a little Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson is that? Did we just become best friends? I specifically have a Jack Johnson playlist that I only start playing when I get to the ocean.
Right,
like that. Jack Johnson.
You're just lame.
No, you are. Jack Johnson speaks.
But if that's what we're doing, but if it's stunting,
it's more like just drop top. Like we were saying, like Running Down a Dream, or like somebody said Freebird, or Sweet Home Alabama, but all over the place.
Yeah.
Stuff like, I'm not saying those songs.
Johnson.
Yeah,
Love Jack Johnson. Oh my God. That is such soothing, rad music. That's right. There's no tricks. There's no nothing. It's just kids. Jack and a guitar.
Remember when you had that augmenter with the voice?
Oh, yeah.
We need to get one with auto-tune.
Well, for what? For why? Just to sing along?
Why not?
I don't like auto-tune.
But that's what I'm
Alan
saying.
thinks it's 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back now. It actually never went away.
First time I ever heard auto-tune was Roger's I Want to Be Your Man. Second time I ever heard auto-tune was Cher's Do You Believe in Life After Love.
And Stevie had the old school.
Did
he
Stevie
use it at
Wonder
times?
use auto-tune?
At times for certain songs.
I mean, if you count what did Peter Frampton use for
right, with the
but that's-
tube.
But isn't that what's that called? I think it's called a vocoder or something.
Yeah. It started with the tube.
Yeah,
Maybe
started
it
with
wasn't
the tube.
Maybe it wasn't Stevie. Yet.
All right.
Underrated.
Right. Jason Ross, celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. I don't know if you know this or not, but nothing, absolutely nothing says birthdays like Crumble Cookies.
Turn it up.
Crumble Cookies,
Drown
they're
'em
so
out.
good.
Is this a convertible song?
No.
You know what would be a great bit would be to roll around at like Venice Beach with a convertible and like the best sound system playing this song. Just rolling up and down. Everyone's literally like, what is even going on right now? Right.
Or that song that they'll use when it's new Drake leak, and you click on it, it's never gonna give you
Yeah,
up.
Rick Astley.
Yes.
Oh, just Rick roll everyone.
Yeah.
All right. Celebrity birthday, Jason Rock.
Okay, on this day in what year did the television show Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader
Oh, that's a tough
debut?
Was that the one with Jeff Foxworthy?
Yeah, that's when it started.
You might be smarter than a fifth grader.
95.
I hated that.
No, that's way too early.
It's way too early.
Yeah.
Great impression.
I'm gonna say 02.
2006.
Chris is close as 2007.
Yeah.
Wow.
Happy birthday from Jersey Shore. A great television.
I only know Snooki, so I hope it's Snooki.
You don't know
Jay Wow.
Oh,
Snooki.
Jay Wow. She's a horror movie director now.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow. That's
Excuse
going
me,
a
what?
different direction.
Your
I thought.
pardon?
Yeah.
Is that what they say? Wow.
Wow.
Got him saying wow.
Hey, nice Post Malone reference.
Thank you. That was before you.
I'm
Yeah, I was
sure
wondering.
she's about the same age as Snooki.
I will say 42.
I think she might be older. I don't know. Those people never go away.
What do you mean those people?
Jersey Shorans.
Okay.
I'm gonna say she's actually
People named
44.
Wow.
And I want to say 45, but I'll say 44.
45.
Dave's closest, 40.
Sorry.
Dave.
Really?
All-time follower.
That's disappointing.
Thank you. Love you, Mom.
Happy birthday to Chelsea Clinton.
Who you think you is, Chelsea Clinton?
No problem with it.
Name that movie.
Come
Rush
on.
Hour.
Yeah, Jason.
Well done.
That's Jay
Rose.
Rose.
Little credit to you for the impersonation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chelsea.
Great impression.
Chelsea, old Chelseanator, as I call her.
Yeah.
38.
38.
I don't know.
You think she is younger than Jay Wow?
I have no clue.
Okay, I'll change my guess then. She's 43.
40 on the nose.
What about the rest of her?
46.
Chris is closest, 45.
Wow.
How about Tony
Yes.
Tony Gonzalez?
No, here's a tight end.
Yes.
Tight end. Tony Gonzalez is a big 5-0 today.
Big birthday.
Yeah, big birthday for Cal's Tony Gonzalez.
Really?
2 sports star.
49.
Yeah, 2 sports stars.
52.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to
Right here.
Alan Stiles,
I'm back,
49.
baby.
Wow.
Right there.
Happy birthday to Big Game James. James Worthy.
I'm out.
You're out?
I don't know.
Laker legend.
Mm-hmm.
Did he wear the goggles better than Kareem?
I'm going to get it within a year.
Okay.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
65.
63.
Dave, we have 63, we have 64, we have 65. Correct answer goes to you, Carmichael Dave.
Wow.
Thank you.
64.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you.
You counted with
What?
every... Happy birthday to, he once set up a petition for the Game 6. Ralph Nader.
Is he still with us?
He's still with us.
Wow.
Still.
Are you a
He
Ralph
invented
Nader?
the seatbelt.
You did.
Yeah.
Are you a Ralph Nader hater?
No.
Nader.
I don't know, just right.
Is he still running?
He hasn't ran in a long time.
No, he's probably wheeling at this point. He's probably like
Wheeling for president.
94.
94?
94. I'm announcing I'm wheeling for president.
Nice.
Oh, FDR.
92. I'm
92. What, too soon?
86.
Alan's closest, 91.
Told you.
Wow.
Well, I said 94s.
Happy birthday to Matt Stairs.
That's a great name.
Ex-Giant.
He goes upstairs with that one. That ball is out of here.
Which announcer was that?
Alan.
That's
Great impression.
That's the 3 doctor.
Matt Stairs.
Matt Stairs.
Where did he go with it?
He went upstairs with that one. That ball is going, gone.
Matt Stairs is 43.
Work.
That ball. See, that's the classic. You can go raspy. You can go deep.
Ken
you know.
Korak. He's the best.
What did you say?
Ken Korak.
No,
43.
the age.
Best. Oh, 43.
Baseball player's always older. 45.
47.
Is this right? He's 57.
What?
I tell you, they're always
What?
older.
Did I
They're
do that
always
wrong?
older.
Did you carry the
I don't
thing?
know. Maybe I did that
Wow.
wrong.
Always older, man.
Right. Matt can't. He has to have one of them slidey things up the stairs.
Slidey thing.
You know the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sliding
Stair
up
chair.
the stairs, he is going, go.
It's a stair chair. Happy birthday to former.
Oh, if you've seen a picture of him right now, he is every bit of 57.
That's disrespectful.
Happy birthday to who?
Let's go with Denard Span.
Now, here's a knee
Okay.
that was turned in.
All right. How old is he?
I don't know, but I wanted him to be good on the Giants,
I
even
know,
though that
because at the
batting
end.
stance was just awful.
Yeah.
Just looked like it hurt. You're not going to go first?
No, I'm gonna let you go first this time.
Okay. Baseball player's always older.
I'm Matt Stairs. I'm so old.
I
paid my
mean,
taxes.
He probably was 32 on the Giants, something like that. I'm going to say Denard Span is 37.
Denard. He's 50.
39.
You said 50?
Yeah. Chris is close as 41.
Yeah.
I was kind of close.
Myers Leonard.
Oh. Now here.
Remember Myers Leonard?
Here's a streamer.
Myers Leonard is 38.
Flameout's always younger than you think. 36. Yeah.
He is 38.
Alan's closest, 33.
Told you, flameouts, man.
MMA guy, Sean Strickland.
Now here's a joke.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
Just wonderful guy, Sean Strickland. What do you want to bring home for your daughter today? You'd want. He's just an amazing guy. I hate him so much.
Okay.
No, I
don't know if I know
literally
the
hate
lore.
this guy is a total trash
I get
can.
confused with MMA guys.
Absolute trash can. He's too old in my opinion, if you know what I'm saying.
I need to do some
I
Googling.
can't stand Sean Strickland.
30.
Glad he just lost too. Has nose smashed. 30. I think he's 39. 38 is 39. I mean, he kicked my ass. Don't get me wrong. I just think he's a terrible human.
I'm going to say 40 and just get out of Dodge.
41.
Dave's closest, 34.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Draco Duplessis, the champion, just exploded Strickland's nose. To Strickland's credit, it was just 2 weeks ago. He made it through the rest of the fight.
No, I know the name, but
Yeah,
I can't
he
keep
is.
up,
Go
man.
if you ever want to have some fun, just look up a couple of his press conferences.
I'll do it
He's
incognito.
He's a great guy.
I just can't keep up with MMA guys.
It's not easy. What do we have coming up?
Man, oh man! If you haven't seen our interview with Sean Cunningham yesterday, it was a doozy.
It was.
Optimistic Allen is back.
Really?
And I'll show you a world where the Kings actually win the De'Aaron Fox trade. The only caveat is you might not like how you get there. That's all coming up. It's going to be great. That starts at 11, and we'll get you warmed up with all things Kings, Jazz, G League before that.
God, enough of De'Aaron Fox. We traded him.
I can't wait. Somebody's texting that right now.
Yeah, guarantee you. All right, for Jason, for Chris, for Kelly, for Sam, I'm Dave. We'll see you tomorrow. Light the beam. Bye-bye now.
Malik Monk plays